The following live stream may include adult language and themes. How could we know for sure? Hasn't happened yet. Anyway, viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone and welcome to Once Upon a One Shot, Grimstone Gaming's monthly community-based series where we take a short adventure through lots of different viewer discretion systems. Is advised. Sorry about that. My speakers were giving some feedback. Hello everyone and welcome to I'm Meg. And this month we are so lucky to have Sunfyre running a short adventure for us. Take it away. Lots of different viewer discretion systems. Is advised. Sorry about that. My speakers were giving some feedback. Hello everyone and welcome to I'm Meg. And this month we are so lucky to have Sunfyre running a short adventure for us. Take it away. Lots of different viewer discretion systems. Is advised. Sorry about that. My speakers were giving some feedback. Hello everyone and welcome to would you like to I'm Meg. And this month we are so lucky to have Sunfyre running a short adventure for us. Take it away. Lots of different viewer discretion systems. Is advised. Sorry about that. My speakers were giving some feedback. Hello everyone and welcome to would you like to I'm Meg. And this month we are so lucky to have Sunfyre running a short adventure for us. Take it away. Lots of different viewer discretion systems. Is advised. Sorry about that. My speakers were giving some feedback. Hello everyone and welcome to would you like to I'm Meg. And this month we are so I think we had some audio issues still happening, things coming through that weren't. So really sorry to ask you to repeat yourself, but if you want to do like a short and quick version, just make sure everybody understood it. Mm-mm. Yes, I would. Please. I'm just getting some feedback that we still have some issues with the audio, so I'm going to double check the devices. I don't know why this keeps happening to us. How about now? Somebody on in live that can hear. I don't know why the devices keep getting unpaired with the settings in Streamlabs, but I'm not getting any answer now, so I'm not sure.
Anyone? Hello? Is anyone
Hello?
there?
Yeah, speak some more, Chris. See if they can hear you.
Can you hear me now? We're trying to make sure that everything is working. Hello, everyone.
As far as I can tell, you are coming through now on my end, so we're going to hope for the best and continue. Sorry about that.
Someone, Michael, just said can't hear him, but I don't know when he said it.
Right, he said yes now.
Oh, he says yes. Hooray, we did it.
Okay, cool.
Do we do it again?
Take 3.
I'm really good at this.
Hi, welcome to Once Upon a One Shot.
Do we need to start everything or just description?
Just description, I think, is
okay,
fine.
Awesome. All right, so for the third time, we got this.
Sorry.
You see a little over 6 feet tall figure walk in, full shiny paladin armor with a great sword on their back. It just has a vibe of imposing anywhere that they go. You swear that the lights flicker a little bit, and when they talk, it's almost extra boomy. And you just hear kind of like a deeper voice go, "Hello, I am righteous." And there's just kind of a vibe of you don't want to make them mad or be near them, probably.
Cool. Moving down the line, I'm. Who are you, Chris, and where are you from?
We didn't do any of that. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm with TTRPG swag. We do a D&D apparel and all sorts of stuff, including Grimstone's apparel and Sunfyre's apparel, and we have a lot of fun. If anybody else wants apparel, let me know, including Paladin shirts and stuff. And I am in Nashville, Tennessee.
Woohoo! I'm Meg. I'm Margaret Alice, but my friends call me Meg, so you can too. Tonight I am playing Arista, who is an axolotl folk College of Eloquence bard rogue. She's a librarian, and she's older than she probably seems. Most people don't know a lot about axolotl folk, so although she is young in years, that doesn't really speak to their aging process. But she likes it that way. She prefers that people underestimate her. So, Evan.
Hi, my name's Evan, but my friends call me Ev, so you can too. And tonight I'm playing a character named Mira, and she is a halfling hedge magic wizard. She's actually a nomad, unlike most halflings, and a wanderer, and she has spent quite a bit of time in the Feywild, so not a whole lot of memory of it too. So she's very one with nature.
Beautiful. Last but not least, James.
Hi, I'm James. Tonight I am playing the character of Stump McLurple. He's just a ranger human from up in the holler over there. And in one hand, he's got a whole bunch of magic pebbles, and the other hand, got a bottle of moonshine. And that's what we're here to do tonight, is throw rocks and drink. All right.
Perfect. And I am Sunfyre, or Sun, or whatever you want to call me, as long as I know it's addressed to me. And I live in Utah right now. That's it. That's all I got. I am on TikTok sometimes. And I will be playing the role of everything and everyone else in the campaign. So, perfect. So we have our adventurers here. You have all been adventuring together for quite some time. You've gotten to know each other. You all have received correspondence from Lord Arvin, who is a very well-respected, very fancy, kind of showboaty kind of gentleman. He's a high elf, and when he requested your guys' assistance, he sent his right-hand man, whose name is Wally. He is a gruff dwarven man, and he very much just does everything that Lord Arvin says. He's paid very well, and he's basically just like his shadow. He's with him all the time. Wally approached you all a few weeks back, handed you the letter, handed you some gold, half of the payment up front, and invited you all to come to the most fancy party that you've probably ever been to in your life. Lord Arvin has achieved the great feat of obtaining the Mirror of Lost Souls. This mirror is a standing mirror, and it is said to show the reflection of the viewer, but also any lost souls or forgotten memories of the viewer that looks into it. So, of course, after attaining such a magic and fancy item, he needs to show it off to people. So he's invited everybody to this fancy party. He needs the best adventurers he can find, because he has also received correspondence that there is a enemy among the people that have been invited, and that person seeks to steal the Mirror of Lost Souls and has released an army of mimics into the party. You've all been tasked with saving people from these mimics, locating them before they attack you, and also not letting anyone at the party know that there are mimics there to be found. He knows that that's the threat. You know it's the threat, but please keep it on the down low. We don't want to make these very rich, fancy nobles concerned at this other very rich, fancy nobles party, because their feelings and their impression of the party are the most important. So, without further ado, you've all arrived to this party. You pull up in a very nice caravan that was sent for you. You roll up at the front door, which is like intricately carved, fancy wood. You know it was done by hand, and the mansion sits in front of you. You all get out. You are greeted by Wally, who looks at all of you. Doesn't say very much, just gives a little like, all right, this way. And gestures that you all enter the house into the front entrance. As you walk into the front of this area, you are basically standing in a very small entry hall, and in front of you is the large grand ballroom. The mirror is stationed like not like against the wall, but kind of like 1/3 of the way into the room. It's gorgeous. There's a nice like thick velvet rope that is surrounding it, kind of keeping it away from the people, but still allowing people to like catch glances into the mirror so they can really experience the magic of it. There are paintings that are along the wall of this very fancy little area. They're all like very expensive, rare oil paintings. They look incredibly like intricate. There is a single bard that is on the stage on the left side of the room. That bard is just kind of setting up a little bit. You guys are here a few minutes before the party begins, just so you can get kind of the lay of the land here. That bard, she seems kind of like careless. She's just kind of here for the money. And you see that there are a few doorways on the other edge of the room. Wally looks at all of you and says, "You got free reign of the place. Don't get anyone killed." And he walks off to go find the host of the party himself.
All right. Well,
I think this is the fanciest room I've ever been in.
That's for darn shooting, Terror. You just see that bard up there? She doesn't seem like she's paying too much. You think that might be a mimic? Maybe we should take out that bard.
Let's not kill anything yet.
All right.
Keep an eye on them. Maybe we should figure out the lay of the land.
yes, that's what I was thinking as well.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It lays flat. It's flat land.
Thanks, Stump.
It
Always,
is
here
true.
for
always
I can
count on
see.
you.
I can see everything in all directions, up into the wall. It's very flat.
Yes.
I think I smell books, so I'm gonna go check that door. She's gonna head toward the library.
Perfect. You walk right up to the library. The door is just kind of ajar. You can walk in. It's not closed. There are there are books everywhere in like floor to ceiling, just rows and rows of books. They have pretty much anything that you could attempt to even consider. They've got poetry. They've got like autobiographies. They've got fantasy, sci-fi. They got every single book that you could even consider. There's a couple of like comfortable chairs also that are like kind of facing inward, and each of those chairs has a little side table that has a small little like lamp that is being lit magically with fairy fire. The room smells of old books, and it's very well taken care of. You can tell that this is like a prized possession. These books are expensive.
Arista is just very, very happy. But she will also take her dagger and sort of hold it with the blade against the flat of her arm, so it's a little bit hidden, and surreptitiously sort of run her finger along the back of each of the chairs and each of the tables and each of the lamps.
Perfect. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
First roll.
Yay! First roll of the night. And that is a 24.
Yeah. Perfect. Are you in this room by yourself?
Anybody follow me into the library? Okay, great.
I probably
Okay,
walked
thank
into the middle of the grand ball, just trying to like survey the large room, but I'm not in the room with you.
Okay, perfect. So we've just got Mira and Arista in the library right now.
Would probably followed in too.
Okay, perfect. So we got 3 out of the 4. So you 3, you're walking, and you go to run your finger across the book, and it gets stuck as you kind of try to move past it. And I would love if I could get a a athletics check, please. Or strength save.
Athletics?
Sorry.
Strength save.
Sorry, strength save. Yep.
Ooh, where are those saves here? Oh, I see. There's that, and these. No, no. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let me look at my feet because strength is not my biggest strength. But I do have a thing that helps me re-roll things, and now I can't figure out where it is. Maybe I don't have it yet at a level 5.
That's okay. You can look for that. Chase, you were in the middle of the ballroom. While
Probably
you are
keeping an
standing,
eye on them, but I'm in the middle. Yeah.
perfect. You kind of are watching them out of the corner of your eye walk into this library. You see the mirror standing there. You see that everything has been very meticulously cleaned. Paintings are gorgeous. The bard has like started to tune up one of the lutes that she has. She's got one in her hand, kind of tuning it, and there's one in a case next to her. And you see that the guests are starting to arrive. There's a few very fancy people in like ballrooms and very like diamond encrusted suits. They are top notch important people, and they start walking in. They make like a weird eye contact with you, and they just start kind of spreading out. There's about 6 people in the room now. Arista, did you find the re-rolling thing?
I did, but I don't think it applies in this situation. So I got a 10.
Okay, perfect. You are a pretty small creature. I'm assuming you're running your fingers across like a 3-foot tall section of the bookcase. You get kind of pulled back. And does a 13 hit you?
Let me check. Don't go away. That's not what I told you to do. I'm sorry, a 13? No, that does not.
Perfect. As the book that you are currently stuck to opens up from not where you would think it opens up on the spine and attempts to grapple down on your finger and just absolutely tear into your skin. You're still a little stuck, but you manage to evade out of the way very quickly. And
Can
so
I
it does
react
not
by
hit you.
stabbing the book?
Absolutely, you can.
Great. I'm going to stab with my dagger, which is going to be a 21 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Okay. Ooh, give me that default. Not very much damage, but still 6 points of piercing damage to start with.
Perfect. Initiative from everyone in that room, please.
Yo.
Can I make? Do I need to make a perception check to notice this?
Yes.
Okay. Not terrible, not great. What is perception? Well, 15.
Give me an insight check.
Oh gosh. Bad roll. 11.
You hear a noise. You're not 100% sure what's going on in there. It could cause you alarm, but you also know 3 people went into the library, so like, meh.
They're probably fine.
What do we get for initiative?
15.
15, 18,
16.
16? Okay, 15, 18, 16. Will, 15, 18. Mira, will you give me a straight d20 roll as a tiebreaker? Actually, you don't have to. I rolled a 1. Perfect. All right. And Vista, and then we got Stump. Okay, perfect. So initiative for this room is going to start off with Mira.
I got an 18.
Oh, my bad. Arista first. Swapped out those names.
I think Stump got a 16.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got a 15.
I think she might have swapped our 15 and
Yeah,
our 15.
I swapped everyone when they said it. My bad. Okay, so 18 is Arista.
Yes.
And then it was Stump with a 16, and then Mira, and then the Mimic. Okay, perfect. So start with Arista.
As may I use the dagger in the book to pull the book out as a free or bonus action before I attack with my rapier with the other hand?
Yeah, give me a strength save. It's going to be the same that it is for the adhesive on
To
the
get it to
mimic, but it'll
come
be to
out?
pull it out.
Okay, all right. Well, whew, that is not my forte, but that's a little bit better. That's a 14.
Yep, you're good. You can pull it out.
Yes. Okay. Then my next question is, because I have it on the end of my dagger, may I have advantage to poke it with my rapier?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Now we're cooking. Oh, that's good, because that's a crit fail on one of those. So we're gonna go with the other one, which was a 15 on the die, plus with my rapier gets a +9, so that's a 24 to hit.
Perfect.
And since I had advantage and I am a rogue, I would add my sneak attack damage as well, right?
Yep.
So we got 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3d6, that's 12, 17, 20 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Love it.
I miss playing this character. This is my one broken character, James. I don't know how, but I built her like you somehow.
Not all
End of
my
your turn?
characters are broken.
Yes, that is my turn.
Perfect. Stump. You have just witnessed Arista pull the mimic out that you did not see, and then immediately stab into it for a lot of damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Rista, you want me to throw a rock at it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can do that. Stump casts Magic Stone and slots one into his sling, and then uses the sharpshooter feat to attack this book.
So when you said not all my characters are broken, you didn't mean this one.
Right, not this one. He misses very badly, but thankfully he has 2 attacks, so he'll attack again. Huzzah! Oh God, that's terrible. No, I missed twice. He just slings 2 rocks and just hits other books in the bookshelf instead.
Arista's gonna turn sharply to you and say, "Watch it!"
Hey, look, there's a lot of book there. Okay, I can't help it. They all look the same to me. All right.
That's bookist.
I'm not a big book person.
Will you 3 give me a perception check? And also, Chase, you are standing in this ballroom. People start coming in. You watch Wally kind of just push past you a little bit. You're clearly standing in the middle of the room, obviously in the way. And he starts greeting people by name. He's shaking their hand. He's kind of like leading them around, mostly just being like, "Oh, have you seen the Mirror of Lost Souls? It's very interesting. Everyone should have a look." People are kind of lining up to have a little look, see some lost loved ones, or remember where they found their car keys, whatever. They're looking in the mirror. And I would love a investigation or a perception check from you as well.
For me?
Yes. All right, perception checks from you guys.
19.
22.
Despite a deep inability to fling rocks at anything, Stump got a 21.
Perfect. So you all see those 2 stones that Stump has thrown are now adhered to 2 separate spines on different sections of the bookshelf.
Oh boy.
I got an 18 for my perception.
Hey, rocks don't do that normally. They don't usually stick.
Maybe you should go check it out.
Hey, maybe.
And then we will go to Mira. In initiative order.
Arisa, do you think that a little bit of a missile might help there? Knock that out of your hand?
Go for it!
Okay. And then I'm going to cast Magic Missile. I'm going to send 2 missiles at the book that Arista is holding, and then I'm going to send one to one of the books that Stump accidentally adhered a rock to.
Perfect.
Don't hit the books beside it, though. They're just innocent books.
You say accidentally. I
Never
say...
misses.
I mean, that's... Okay, you're right. I'm not much of a magic caster, so I'm really sorry about that. I didn't consider that.
Right. All right, that is a 2, and then a 5, and then a 5 consecutively in damage.
Perfect. I will add them in order of their appearance. Excellent. The mimic that you are holding is going to start climbing up your dagger, just slowly trying to like eat it, but mostly just impaling itself a little bit more. So you can actually give me a D4 if you would like, as it tries to bite your hand.
Would I? 3.
3, perfect. It's gonna take 3 more damage on that. And then it is going to well, I'm going to ask you, not the mimic. Does a 21 hit you?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. You are going to take 7 points of piercing damage and 2 points of acid damage.
Ouch.
As it basically swallows your dagger and then just bites at the end of your hand as close as it can possibly get to you. Chase, you got an 18?
Yes.
Perfect. You see that the bard, that's the word I'm looking for, standing in front of everybody has started to play, but you do notice that her second fiddle or lute is now gone. It's no longer in its case. Fully disappeared. Perfect. Back up to top of initiative here. Actually, would you like to do anything with that information first?
I was gonna say I will definitely clock that, and then I think Chase would make his way towards where the rest of his party is, to kind of be like, so I would like lean into the room and be like, hey, everyone's starting to show up, and there's a loot that's, wait, what is happening in here?
Chase, as you enter the scene, you see 2 rocks stuck to a thing and 2 magic missiles simultaneously blasting into where those rocks are stuck. Top of the order back is Arista.
Let me ask you this. Are these comfy chairs that are in here by any chance next to a fire? Is there a fireplace?
A fairy fire.
Okay, so just the fairy fire on the lamps. There's no like fireplace.
Nah.
Okay, that's fine. Just needed to know. I would like to try to sling the book off the end of my dagger at a wall. Ideally one that does not have books on it. But
perfect. Yeah, you can sling it over towards like where the door is. Give me another strength. It'll just be an ability check, not a save this time, if that makes a difference to you.
16.
Perfect. Yeah, attempting to throw it. Chase opens the door. Hey guys, what's going on? And gets hit and like nearly missed by this mimic that is now splattered against the wall right next to the open door.
Would that have taken up my free action or bonus action or full action?
It's a bonus action because it's kind of a single movement.
So I can still attack?
Yeah.
All right. I would. How far away is the door from me?
I will say it is. The room's about like 20 by 20.
Okay, so I can get there with 30 feet of movement. Okay, so I'm gonna sling the book in the direction of the door and immediately run after it to stab at it with my rapier, because it doesn't feel like my aquatic spear gun's quite inconspicuous enough for this situation. So I would like to attack it again with my rapier, and that is going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's going to be another 9 points of piercing damage.
Perfect.
Oh, do I get to add sneak attack because Chase is within 5 feet of the book?
He is now, yeah.
Yes!
Absolutely, we can.
Oh man, I am doing better on knowing stuff than I did earlier in our in-person game. That's another 6, 9, another 13 in addition to the original 9. So that's 22 total. Piercing damage.
Awesome. Excellent. So Rista's gonna be over to Stump.
Is the book that's splattered against the wall, does that appear to be inert at this point, or is it still kind of mouthing?
It's very weakly kind of like trying to chomp.
Okay. I'll hi, I'm just gonna fling a rock at that one again, and once again I will create magic stones, and just fling one in the general direction of that book, ignoring the fact that Chase has stepped in right next to it. 14?
That will hit.
Hey, all right, let's go. That's gonna be six bludgeoning damage.
How do you want to kill this thing?
The stone probably hits it right, and it's like pseudopod tongue, and it sort of just chokes on it and limply falls to the ground.
Absolutely.
To which Stump says, "All right, they do. The stone do work on them. Let's get the other one over here." And so he's gonna sling a second stone at one of the ones that got stuck with the stone earlier, assumedly the one that got hit by the magic missile.
Sure.
Wacha! Hey, that's a natural 20.
Yay!
Didn't do sharpshooter this time. Whoops. All right. Oh, and a 1 and a 2 on die. Fantastic. Six bludgeoning damage as against that book.
Perfect. Yeah, you sling one, kill the one by the door, turn around, you're like, ah, cool. Throw it. It does do damage. It also sticks to the same book. And then we're gonna go up to Mira.
I didn't know I could do magic.
All right, Mira's gonna actually kind of cock her head to the side when she sees Stump do this with the book. So she's going to take her quarterstaff to the next one on the bookshelf, and she's just gonna tap it. It looks like it's a very soft tap, but in fact, she's hitting it pretty hard. All right. And that's a 15 hit.
That will hit.
Yay. Okay. And that is 5 bludgeoning damage.
Perfect. Awesome. Any bonus actions? You are aggressively light tapping. It is going to attempt to bite you since you are close to it. Does a 23 hit you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That hits me.
You're gonna take 7 points of piercing damage plus 7 points of acid damage. So this is gonna be 14 total.
Ooh, okay.
It's going to kind of do like a little leap around where like you've tapped it and brought yourself back up, and it's going to just attach itself to your arm by all of the teeth inside of the spine of this book. The second one is going to just kind of like slide down the bookshelf. It's still in full book form, hits the ground, and then it's going to attempt to bite your ankle.
Oh.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Perfect. You will be taking 6 points of piercing damage and 6 points of acid damage.
Friends, I'm a little bit of a trouble here. just a little bit.
Chase, you have walked into this room and everything has attempted to hit you pretty much. It's your turn.
Just a great way to walk into a room, I think. So Chase is just peeking in to let everybody know, hey, the party's showing up or whatever, and chaos has ensued. So he will quickly turn around and shut the door behind him, but be in the room with everyone.
Ooh,
and just kind of observe what's happening and be like, remember, no one needs to know this is happening. And then I don't know how big the room is, but I would like to go and assist with what is happening with Mira.
The room is about a 20 by 20, so you can definitely make it.
Yeah, so I'm going to go over there, and one of them I will pull out. I guess I'll pull out my greatsword and swing away at it.
Perfect.
Seems like a good call for a book.
Would you like to hit the one that is on her arm or on her leg?
Let's go arm. Feels like she likes to swing things. I rolled a 19 plus 6, so 25.
Excellent.
To hit? Yeah.
A hit. Okay. So that's 2d6 plus 3. Ooh. 13 points of damage.
Ooh.
Heck yeah. I like this sword.
Perfect. Anything else?
I don't... I do have one. What does this do? Okay. I will, as a bonus action, which is one of the only bonus actions I can do, I will look at Mira and say, "Hey, that looks like that hurts," and I will cast Healing Word, which is a D4
Thank goodness.
plus something. D4 plus 2. Hey, 4 plus 2. 6. You get 6 points back.
Thank you, Chase. Still in pain, but that helped so much.
Yeah, I'm working on it. And that's my turn.
Perfect. Top of the order is going to go back up to Arista.
Since the door is now closed and we don't need to worry about being seen by the party guest, Arista is going to flip her aquatic spear gun up over her shoulder, and she is not going to move because the room is not very big, so I'm going to gain advantage on my attack for being motionless. And I'm going to shoot at the book on the leg, since we already had someone going for the book on the arm. And that is going to be a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Sweet. Sweet. So let me grab some more D6s real quick.
What kind of damage does that do?
Also piercing. It basically works like a short bow. I just modified it in vision to match her because she's also an aquatic creature. So it works both on land and undersea. Much like her breathing capabilities. 8 plus 5 is 13. And another 16 and 13 is 39? 39? Is that right? Wait, 29?
16 and 13? 29.
And 13. Yeah, 29 points of piercing damage. And then could I use a free action to tuck the dead mimic book in my bag of holding?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
You have a bag of holding?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I probably should have, if that's okay with you, Sunfyre. Arista usually does, but we didn't talk about it ahead of time, so that's my bad.
We all got one as a party favorite when we
walked in. Everyone now gets a bag of holding. You can add it to your thing.
Beautiful.
Carry anything around that you want. That's
fine.
Mostly
just so to clean up, you know.
Just a whole bunch of rocks.
Tuck it in the trash for later.
Just a lot of rocks.
But also, I'm gonna try to read it.
Oh, okay.
Like later. Oh. No, I'm tucking it in my bag because even though it's a mimic, I'm still gonna see if it has any qualities of a real book.
Totally. Sounds good. Out of Arista's turn is going over to Stump. His magic rocks.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna just throw rocks again. Let's do this.
Arms or legs?
Arms.
Perfect.
I'm gonna do sharpshooter this time. Oh, one's gonna miss, but one should hit. One of those is gonna be 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, cool. So that'll be 15 damage.
Perfect.
And then Stump will say, "Hey, these guys are real tough. Hey, they're a little more strong than I thought they were. So, hey, rocks, go get them." And the swarm of rocks will also attack the book and do 3 piercing damage on top of that.
Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. Mira, you are attached on your arms and your legs by this mimic and now surrounded by some magical rocks that seem to be helping you. What do you do?
I'm gonna take my quarterstaff and I'm going to tap it on my book on my left arm. And I'm just gonna glare at the book while I'm doing that. Let's see. Is a 22 hit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. And that is 10 bludgeoning damage.
Perfect. How do you want to kill this guy?
Yes, I'm just gonna tap it, angrily look at it, and as I tap it, it just kind of melts off of my arm, falls to the ground.
Perfect. the book hits the ground, kind of spreads out a little bit, so it's kind of like a gooey book. Pretty gross, but you've got it killed. End of your turn? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Mira. Okay, it's going to go to Mimic 2, who is now dead. Mimic 3 on your ankle is going to continue to try to eat you.
I'm going to shake my leg a little bit.
Does a 10 hit you? I'm gonna guess
it does
10
not.
does not. Perfect. It's like trying to bite you. It like as you shake it a little bit, it just kind of like comes like undone and like just lays on the ground next to you and does a little like doesn't actually get you again. Chase.
Ooh. Okay, so it's on the ground, and this is the last one we know of in this room that's actively attacking us. I think I will see it fall off of her and go, down, boy, and then just go straight down with my sword on it.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. I rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Rolling good. So yeah, 20 something, 23.
23.
Bold of you to assume that mimics pronouns.
10 points.
How do you want to kill this mimic?
10 points of damage. Hooray! I think just pretty much as described, just a full shot straight down and a little twist at the end until he starts getting gooey, and then I'll be like, I don't like when they get gooey.
It makes like a gross like juicing noise as you like twist your sword into it. Pull your sword back out, and there's nothing else moving in this room.
Arista's getting a little bit frustrated that she's doing so much damage and hasn't gotten a kill, but she's gonna take those gooey books and put them in her bag of holding anyway.
As you pick them up, they kind of like slide through your fingers.
At this point,
picking up pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what if the guests want to come in
Chase
here?
is going to take his helmet off, which is not a surprise to you guys. But under the helmet is not this giant epic warrior, but a little teenage boy with bright red hair and pale skin. And the deep voice just kind of goes away when the helmet comes off. And he goes, guys, that was a lot. What is happening? We're not supposed to tell people. Like, they're not supposed to know that's going on. Is that so? We got a lot more of these, or is that it?
I mean,
I'm assuming
guessing,
there's more.
I'm guessing that there are probably several in each room.
Hey, Mama told me where there's smoke, there's fire, so I imagine there's more of these things somewhere. Yeah.
I don't always know what that means, but I love what you say.
Hey, you know what? It's fine.
Mira, how are you? Are you okay? That was not. That did not look good.
I've got some puncture wounds and I'm feeling a little woozy, but other than that, I think I'm okay. And she just kind of stumbles a little bit as she continues to walk forward.
Chase will hold your hand to help you up and give you 10 more points with lay on hands.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm a lot less fuzzy. Thank you. Whew. I hope they don't bite me again.
Hey, Mara, do you know that spell Shillalag? Is that it?
Shillelagh? You mean shillelagh?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's how you say it. That's right.
I don't, but I've heard.
Oh, that's
it,
too bad. That's too bad. You know,
one day I'll learn it.
I hope so. Cause you're gonna hit things with staff. You know, you want to make it. You want to make it Shillalah.
I would love to shillelagh.
Yes.
I love this conversation, but aren't we supposed to be out there like helping the party goers? Also,
right.
the bard that had 2 loots has 1 loot. I don't know where. Just keep an eye out, okay?
Does it seem like the bard knows that a loot is missing, or maybe more like a mimic snuck in with the bard's stuff?
I'm not sure the bard knows what's happening anyway.
Okay, good. I don't want to have to kill anybody.
It did not seem like they did something with it.
Okay.
It was just gone.
Keep an eye out for a loot. Got it.
But we've got to go in the party, and remember, they're not supposed to know all this is happening.
Well, sure. That's why I cleaned up all the mess.
I do appreciate that. It was very gooey.
Rapidly gonna turn into Ghostbusters.
And then Chase puts his helmet back on. All right. Should we go back out there?
Yes. Perhaps I will recommend that you let me take a look out the door first, as probably the best at being sneaky, and just make sure we can rejoin the party without anybody noticing.
Chase just clanks a little bit and like, that's probably a good idea.
Okay.
What's your stealth there, Arista?
My stealth is a +7.
Ah.
You want to question me, James? Question me some
No,
more,
I was
James.
just I just wanted to know.
Rogue
I'm
be
a
roguing.
+0 at disadvantage.
Thank
I
you.
could go out there.
Beautiful. I have a +5 stealth, so I was just curious.
That's nice. That's real close. One day.
Well, you know what? I cast Pass Without Trace on myself.
Okay,
Ah.
great.
Whoa.
I'm just going to very quietly, but not so slowly as to be conspicuous, take a look through the door just to make sure that everybody's focus is still on the stage and we could slip in without anybody noticing.
Rogue, you've done this a lot. I don't want to make you roll for it. It's pretty easy to just kind of creep out, have a little peek. The party's in full swing.
Great.
You
Beautiful.
guys have not been fighting for very long, but it appears that everybody has just joined this party. They all arrived at once. Wally is kind of walking around with a little plate of beverages. There's a few other people that are walking around with little plates of like cheeses and like little mini sandwiches. And the party is all kind of just talking, looking at the mirror, and the bard is playing on stage. So like if you were walking out, someone might glance at you, but they're not going to think it's very odd. You can also see people are kind of walking in and out of the other side rooms as well.
Excellent. I'm going to close the door back just to turn to my party and say, okay, we are ready. Just walk straight ahead. Don't look anywhere else and just pretend we are supposed to be here. We're just going to go to the next room over. Sound good?
Should we check to see there's no more in here?
Yeah, Chase, didn't you say there was a loot that might have gone broke?
There is a missing loot, but it was in the main room, and I don't know where it is.
I mean, if
So
we want to take another quick look around this room just before we leave, I don't think that's a bad idea. I heard that nothing else was moving, and I kind of jumped to the conclusion that we were done in here. Maybe
This doesn't do mimics, but if I cast Divine Sense, would anything ping? Celestial, fiend, or undead?
They are monstrosities.
Okay, so no.
They would not.
Cool. Can I flavor it that it's always no? That would be the biggest cheat in this game. There they are. I found them.
My divine sense is channeled specifically for monstrosities.
All right. So we're heading out, and then do we go left or right?
I would vote to the right and continue to the banquet hall and around in a circle, but I'm open to suggestion.
Sounds good to me.
Did the rest of us take a look out? Were we able to see out there when Arista took a look, or are we just in the dark about what's going on out there?
Arista just had a little look and shut the door.
Okay.
So I'll just
All right.
opening the door and stepping
I'll go
out.
last.
All right.
Confidently.
Barista.
Yep. I'm gonna open the door and head out very confidently and probably slide a hand a few of those sandwiches on the way.
Yeah. For sure, give me a sleight of hand check.
I would like some cheese.
That is a 17.
Perfect. Yeah.
Not as
grab
good as
a
it could
few.
have been, but.
As soon as Stump sees Wally with the beverage tray, he just walks over and grabs one without any sort of pretense about sneaking it.
I'm gonna go grab a handful of cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone grabs drinks and snacks. You walk up to Wally, you take one. Do you immediately down it, or do you just like walk away with it?
No, I'll down it and then put it right back on the tray, and then grab a roadie.
So both. The answer is both.
He looks at you with just like a sense of just like disgust, and he goes, "These are not for the employees." But he can't stop you, so
Hey,
you just
man.
take the other one and walk away.
You want these here mimics gone?
Well, yeah, that's why we hired you.
All right, well then don't complain. Just downs the second one and walks away.
He immediately turns and starts talking to another guest, just shaking his head.
I think Chase
some
would walk
failures.
up behind you and kind of redirect you back to where we're going.
Just some failures have no hospitality, none whatsoever. Welcome
Perfect.
me
Can
to my
I
home.
actually can I get a history check from everybody as you're walking through this room?
Something that Stump
Ooh,
is
not
very good at.
I got an 11.
Perfect.
21.
21.
Ooh.
Excellent.
15.
A natural one.
Yup.
You walk into this room and you kind of just straight up are like, huh, I really didn't look at this place before I started moving. Like,
What? Hey, y'all! What's a house? What's?
Just
We don't have these up in the
full
holler.
arm around him and just like walking him forward.
Yeah, they got doors in this here place. This is wild.
Chase and Arista, you walk in this room. It's a fancy room. Nothing's really changed. Mira, you notice that a few of the very fancy paintings seem to be like kind of different. You can't tell if they were replaced before and have now been replaced by the real paintings, or if they were real paintings and are now mimics. It's really hard to tell, but you do know that the oil paintings are definitely different.
For clarification, is this in the grand ballroom or in the banquet hall? In the grand
ballroom. In the grand ballroom.
Okay.
Yep. Just as you're walking past everyone. But you can continue on your way to the banquet hall if you'd like. There's 2 main doors. They're double doors, and both of them are wide open.
I have one more out of character question. Were we given any kind of itinerary for the evening? Like, is there a point where everyone will be directed into the banquet hall for a meal, or are they going to be in the grand ballroom the whole time?
Just free to wander the whole time. The banquet hall has a section that's all set up as kind of like buffet style. Okay. So it's pretty consistent. Like, if you wanted a small snack, you don't have to leave looking at the Mirror of Lost Souls or lose your place in line. The waiters would be around with snacks for you. But if you wanted like real food, it's all in the banquet hall, ready for anyone to take at any time.
But there's probably not a time that we know of that the grand ballroom will be empty.
No.
Great. Okay.
Perfect. You guys keep walking into the banquet hall. The 2 double doors wide open. Inside, a beautiful array of snacks and food. There's like a chocolate fountain. There's like a large roasted pig right in the middle. There's sandwiches. There's fruits. There's vegetables. It's the most elaborate spread of food you've ever seen. There's a few nobles in here. They are snacking. They've got little plates. They're doing like fancy little fingers, like salads. And there are 2 different servants who are stationed next to each one of the doors, just in case a noble doesn't feel like getting their own food. This person will also make you a dish according to your desires.
Mira's gonna walk up to the chocolate fountain with the biggest eyes I've ever seen, like as big as saucers, and then she's gonna just take a finger, just stick it right in, and then just and then slowly back away.
It's absolutely delicious. It's the best chocolate you've ever had.
Do y'all think this place got an in-house? You know what I mean? Instead of an outhouse? You think they got an in-house?
Like an outhouse?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, these people are so fancy, they probably have an in-house in an in-house.
Oh my goodness gracious. I don't even know what to think about that.
Oh, neither.
Let's get some food.
Is there a serving utensil somewhere? Arista's going to be, while they're talking, she has already started toward the table because she's not good at listening. And she's going to take a serving utensil and start poking at each dish.
For sure. Yeah, you're poking at every single dish. Give me an investigation check as you're doing that.
Okay. Ooh, not my greatest. That's an 11.
Perfect. The ones that you're hitting, you're kind of like poking at individual foods in the plate. So you're not getting a wide spread of them, but so far nothing seems to be sticking or moving to you.
Okay. When she's done actually like poking the food, she's then going to take the serving utensil and cling it on each plate and dish.
Perfect. Yeah, I will grab an investigation check from you as well.
While she's
Hopefully
doing
it's
that,
better this time.
I
That is much better. That's a 27.
Perfect. Whoa. You're cleaning them on the dishes. Nothing's sticking.
Great. Okay, guys, I think it's safe if you want to get some food.
Do we think there's mimics in here? Like, should we clear the room? And I'm saying this like as quietly as Chase can say in his special helmet.
Well, I did just check everything out, and I think it's probably pretty safe. But that's a good thought maybe for next time. I'm just afraid that if we cleared any of the rooms, the guests might get suspicious.
So I am a little bit worried because back in the big room, the paintings looked a little bit strange, a little bit off-putting. They didn't look like normal paintings. But I was scared to talk in front of everybody.
What do you mean they didn't look like normal paintings?
They just, like, they looked wrong. Like, mimics. But there's a lot of people in there.
Okay. Was one of these paintings, by any chance, sort of to the backs of where people would be looking? Most of them seem to be looking at the stage or the mirror. Is there one that we could test sort of out of that space?
You know, I could cause a distraction towards the bard, and
That's a
maybe
thought.
one of you guys could go and, like, poke them.
I'm pretty sneaky. I'd be happy to try to give it a poke with my rapier surreptitiously.
Mm-hmm. That
What's
works.
everyone's passive perception?
11.
12.
Weirdly 16, but Stump has unfortunately Augustus Gloop style stuck his head in the chocolate fountain and is not paying any attention to this.
I don't know where to find that here, actually. So how do I calculate passive again?
8 plus something.
8.
Passive perception.
No, it's 10. It's 10 plus your wit.
One of the nobles who's eating a little sandwich just go, so this must be very spicy today. And take another little bite and put the sandwich back on their plate and keep like having their conversation in the corner.
I'd like to try to sleight of hand that sandwich off the plate.
Yeah, for sure.
Right before she does that, I'm gonna cast prestidigitation, and I'm gonna cause a spark of light in the corner of the room to get their attention.
Excellent. Yeah, that'll work totally. They immediately like, oh, a light show. They look the other way. I will give you advantage on your sleight of hand now.
Nice.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 22.
Yeah, you managed to snatch this little sandwich right off of the plate. As you're holding it in your hand, as you're holding it in your hand, you see that there is like a pretty like gentle bite taken out of the corner of it, but in this bite is also 12 little tiny teeth that are kind of like quickly snapping. And it's gonna try to bite you as well as you're holding it. Does a 23 hit you?
Yes.
That's gonna be 10 points of piercing damage and 2 points of acid damage as you just kind of like grab it really quickly and it gets a little bite in at you.
Arista, drop it and stomp it. Drop it and stomp it.
Oh yes, that's a good idea. But I would like to maybe actually if there is, does anybody have, is there a glass nearby that has liquid in it that I could drop the sandwich in? I'd like to do that.
There is an entire chocolate fountain.
Oh, that's true, but then we would lose visual. So I'm afraid of letting it out of my sight. But I will drop it in a glass and cover it with a napkin.
For sure. Yeah, you drop it in the glass, you cover it with a napkin, and you can feel it kind of like shaking around like a wild animal in this cup.
That's good.
You've captured a wasp.
As this is happening, Stump, you've Augustus glooped yourself into the fountain.
I mean, I didn't climb in, but I just kind of was like, stuck my head under the pouring down chocolate and was just kind of enjoying that for a little bit. Yeah.
Perfect. As you rejoin this event, you have chocolate all the way from the side of your face, just like down the front of your clothes.
Perfect. It matches the mud-spotted brown that was already covering.
What's chocolate and what's other things, right?
Right. Who knows?
Chase, seeing this and knowing there's other people in the room, will go to the other people and be like, everyone, Wally has said we shall enter the ballroom and something is about to happen. It's kind of like a little bit of an announcement.
Give me a deception check, please.
I mean, it could be happening, right? It may not be deception. Did not roll great. 9.
They look at you with their fancy plates of food, and they go, I don't talk to the poor people. And they turn back around and continue to like eat their snacks.
And then I will use my thaumaturgy and my helmet and go, now.
Give me an intimidation.
That's better. 24.
Yeah, they look and they very quickly like set their plates down and they're like, yes, sir. They quickly start walking out into the main ballroom.
And I turn around and was like, okay, now what do we do?
Arista's
Hey, why you got a sandwich in that there glass? What's going on?
Arista will bend down to the floor, overturn the glass so that the thing is trapped, and get her rapier in place, and then with the rapier.
I'll give you advantage to hit.
I'm sorry, you get what now?
Advantage.
Oh, sweet. Let me roll again.
Oh, hey, we doing kebabs?
That didn't help. But that is going to be a 27.
Oh, to hit? Yeah, for sure.
And since I had advantage, I'll add my sneak attack as well. And 1, 2. That's gonna be 19 points of piercing damage on this little sandwich guy.
He's skewered.
Yes.
He's still biting, but he's definitely skewered.
I will keep the rapier like stuck into the floor so that he can't move.
Perfect. I will get initiative from all of you guys, just for the order in which you want to smack this thing who's been skewered to the floor.
That's an 11 for me.
Perfect.
It's only a 10 for me, but I'm really not sad about my poorest rolls going toward initiative.
I had a 16.
16?
14.
14.
Oh, good.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to have Stump first, followed by Chase, followed by Mira, followed by Arista. So we'll go up with Stump.
All right. Stump looks at the sandwich that's pierced to the ground. I don't think fully understands that this is in fact a mimic, and he looks disapprovingly at Arista and says, "Hey, Mama always said you don't want to waste food." And he goes over and tries to eat the sandwich, the mimic sandwich.
Right. Excellent. You're attempting to eat the sandwich.
Yep.
So
that's a little spicy for you, I think.
Hey, little spice. Nothing like clearing the sinuses. It's good to see.
So are you removing the dagger first? Sorry.
I think Stump would just try and rip the sandwich like around the rapier, like just gonna grab it and eat it.
Is that technically another attack with my rapier?
It kind of feels like an unarmed attack and a rapier attack.
It's an attack of opportunity.
So this all simultaneously, I'm going to say I will give Mira one attempt to not let Stump eat the sandwich, and then I will give you a whatever your damage dice is, just go ahead and roll it.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, I'm pointing. Arista, sorry.
Got it. For my rapier. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And then, Mira, you've got one attempt
we all
to
get to roll
not
it
eat the
because
sandwich.
she just pointed.
Oh, I also didn't even add my 4. I just did the dice. Last time that I did damage, it's supposed to be a +4. But I got it ready. Do you want to know now?
Sure, because I assume he's ripped the sandwich.
Okay, great. Then that's another 8 points of piercing damage.
Excellent. Stump is holding it. Mira, you can attempt to convince him, or you just let him eat it.
Stump, that's a mimic. It's gonna bite you.
Huh? Bites.
Okay, I will let you do an unarmed strike on this thing. It's an automatic hit, but it's also going to hit you at the same time.
Great.
Fair.
Somebody can-
And now you have a cavity.
Oh, what makes you think Stump doesn't already have those?
Another one.
Maybe a root
Was
cancer
it
too.
just a D4, right? Plus strength?
Mhm.
Great. So 1d4 minus 1. Let's go. 1 damage.
Perfect. You deal 1 damage in this thing. It's going to deal 11 points of piercing damage plus 6 points of acid damage to your mouth.
Dang.
But it'll take the 1 on there. I'll assume that's the end of Stump's turn, taking his full action to rip and then eat a sandwich. Chase.
Yeah, that's a good assumption. Unless I can cast Shillelagh on my mouth before all that, but no, let's not.
Wow. Okay, so to recap, we're in the banquet hall. It's just us right now. The doors are still open.
Yes.
And we are eating a mimic.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Just making sure I got all. One of us is eating a mimic.
Some of us are trying to.
I mean, that feels fair. I think Chase would look at you and Stump and be like, "Spit that out. It's alive," and then try to I don't know how I would test other than stabbing things on the table to make sure everything else is okay. Besides the giant table, is there anything else? Table and food?
Give me an investigation check, actually, looking over this table really fast.
Great. 11.
This room, but a series of tables. There's also 2 servants that have watched you do this the whole time, stationed by the door.
All right, I think I'll kind of like look at our group and walk over to the servants, and let's say he goes up to him and says, "Wally said he needs you out there."
Yeah. Deception or intimidation? What would you like?
I don't feel like I'm trying to intimidate them, so we'll do deception, which is not great, but a good roll. 21.
Perfect. They look at you, they kind of believe you, they give each other a little bit of like a side glance, and as they're walking out the door, you see them just like whispering to each other about this whole ordeal.
Okay.
So
I will clock their faces, but not do anything about that yet.
Perfect. Mira, what would you like to do?
And Stump, you still have this thing in your hand.
No, I think at this point, Stump has dropped it and said, Spicy may have undersold a bit what the sandwich is doing.
Extra spicy. with an extra lump of spicy. So Mira's gonna run up to it and just take her quarterstaff and just drop it right on top of it.
Perfect.
Let's see. All right, 14 hits.
Yes, yep, it does.
Beautiful. That is a full 3 bludgeoning damage.
It will take the full 3 bludgeoning damage. It'll do that. It's sad about it.
I'm just gonna use my bonus action to look up at Stump and go, let's not put any more unknown things in our mouth anymore, okay? And then that's my turn.
Specifically put your finger in the chocolate fountain.
Chocolate is different. Chocolate is always different.
Okay.
That's chocolate.
Arista, it is your turn.
Okay. I will. I guess I'm just gonna probably unstick the rapier and try to stab the other half. The other half still on the floor, right? Of the sandwich. I'm gonna stab the other half of the sandwich. That's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit for sure.
I don't have advantage for any reason, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay, just checking. That's gonna be 11 more points of piercing damage.
Perfect. Since this mimic's been ripped in half and bit and eaten, how would you like to kill this mimic?
I think actually instead of stabbing it, I'm actually just gonna pick up the rapier and turn it over and smash the hilt down on the rest of it. And then
Yeah.
sweep the smushed mess under the table.
Yeah, it splatters and it actually lets out like a little like mimic like scream when it does. And you sweep it underneath. You all hear after the like and then the sweep away, you hear like an oinking noise coming from behind you. And as you turn around on the table, you see that the roasted pig kind of stands up on its legs and starts like climbing at you over the table in like an unformed mimic way. And it's been about an hour, so if anyone would like a 10-minute break, it's a good place to pause it. If not, we'll keep rolling.
Let's do that. Let's take a brief
Take a
break.
break. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna refill my wine.
Before we get into the pig stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before anyone assumes that Stump is in the background oinking, let's take a break.
All right, you guys, we're gonna take 10, and we will be back at about 10:20 p.m. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, everyone. We hope you had a pleasant bathroom break. I know we did. I've got some more wine with edible glitter in it. I hope your drink is just as fancy. If you're just tuning in, this is Once Upon a One Shot with Grimstone Gaming, which is a monthly community-led short adventure event in any TTRPG system. Tonight, Sunfyre is leading a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure for us. We had some technical difficulties in the beginning of this episode, so we apologize if you were here at the time and that was kind of slow. But I think it's important that we don't hide that kind of thing, because the whole point of this series is for people who think that they cannot get started live streaming to be able to see that it's a process and you just gotta do it. We want to take away those barriers, so we don't think you need to be perfect. Things happen. Some audio gets messed up. We fix it. We move on. So, how many mimics have we killed so far?
The sandwich one.
Four books.
3
Three
books, 1
books.
sandwich.
3 books, 1 sandwich,
3
right?
books, 1 sandwich.
3 books, 1
Yeah.
sandwich.
That's gonna be a viral video at some point. It'll be 3 books, 1 sandwich.
I mean, it's
Hey, now-
obviously going to be a piece of merch now, right?
I mean,
Now it's time for picking.
Yes, please.
3 books,
well,
1
also
sandwich.
your newbie shout out. This is my first ever live play. I've played D&D, but first ever live play.
Me as well.
We're so glad
I have
to
never
have
done
you.
a live.
Yay! Oh, also, let's also do a brief shout out to the different organizations we have. Sunfyre, tell us about what kind of stuff you do as a DM and a social media personality.
I'm on TikTok at Sunfyre D&D, and I also have an Instagram at Sunfyre D&D. But I mostly just do TikToks. TikToks is my main thing.
And merch.
And
I
yeah,
was
and
gonna
then
say, you also do some
also
fantastic
merch.
artwork.
Thank you. Yeah, I do some art. I send it to this cool dude who I don't know. You may or may not know. We'll see. But no, I partner with Chris and all of TTRPG swag, and I send my art there, and it gets turned into shirts and backpacks and fun stuff. So.
And that's how we got connected, because we both partner with Chris over at TTRPG swag. Tell us about what you do.
Hi. I accidentally made an apparel brand. I thought it would be fun to make shirts for my group, and then other people wanted those shirts, and then other people were like, "Can you make our stuff?" And here we are. So we make all sorts of apparel, including shirts, hats, fanny packs, glasses, yes, all the things, and we have a blast doing it. So we're happy to talk to you if you want to do that, or check out our website and our amazing partners and grab some of their stuff, because it is awesome. Their stuff is, I would hate to say it is probably better than my stuff, and that's fine.
It is not.
It's
just
very cool.
all
It's
great,
all
is
cool.
what it is.
Buy all the things.
It's just
Buy all the
all
things.
wonderful. And Ev, you have your own thing going on. Tell us about that.
I do. So I currently have a Twitch channel that I'm running with a couple of my very close friends. It's called the Treehouse Mimic. So right now, we are currently on a bit of a hiatus, running off of our weekly campaign, which I am the DM for. But hopefully we will have that up and running soon, because we're super ready to get back into it. And we also do one-shots on the channel every once in a while, which our lovely Meg here has joined us for before. So we're really excited to get back into it soon, and get back to live streaming.
Excellent. Excellent. And James and I, of course, are from right here on Grimstone Gaming. Let's get back into this mimic hunt.
Do it.
Perfect. So where we last left off, you guys heard a oinking noise coming from behind you, and you turn, and the roasted pig is oozing towards you, kind of in a way where it's not its natural form, and it's not supposed to be moving, but it definitely is. And it's going to use its entire turn to go 15 feet across the table, just throwing plates onto the ground, moving sandwiches, any kind of food. It kind of like hits almost into the chocolate fountain, gets a little bit covered in chocolate, and it's just like growling and snorting, making its way over to you guys. It's going to be its turn. We're going to start by the top with Stump.
Stump, look,
Stump.
it's wasting food.
Stump looks at it and says, "My gosh, there is just no accounting for wasting good barbecue like that. That's just inexcusable." I mean, what kind of sauce they use on this thing? It's happening like this. My gosh!
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
We didn't say that we were from North Carolina earlier.
North Carolina.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it
can
is.
smell like honey barbecue coming off of this thing. They're gonna make some like honey barbecue ribs. It's
Correct me if I'm wrong. North Carolina is the white sauce place.
No, that's Alabama.
That's Alabama. Okay, all right.
There's Eastern North Carolina and Western North Carolina. One is vinegar based, one is tomato based. Gotta get it right.
Also
And
the
you
subject
are?
of my final paper for kitchen chemistry in college.
Real heads know that South Carolina mustard based is where it's at.
Oh my
So
God. We disown you.
fine. I'm not from North Carolina originally. It's fine. Where
Back to
I'm
the
from,
sea.
if you hear barbecue, you hear, "Oh, I'm gonna cook something on a grill." Okay. So yeah, Stump's gonna do what he does, and he's gonna fling stones at it. Let's go. Using sharpshooter. Let's see. The first attack is a 19. The second is going to be an 11.
19 will hit, 11 will miss,
Of course.
shattering a plate behind it.
Perfect. Let's see. That is 19 plus he sends his swarm of stones at it again for their 5s. That's 24 damage to this pig.
Perfect. 24 damage to this pig.
That's right.
It's like putting slight like indents in it because it's not really made of pig. It's kind of made of goo. So there's just rocks like embedded in its chest now. Chase.
Jace will kind of get the hint and go, guess it's time to carve the beast, and just full swipe as if he's chopping the head off.
You can stab it with your steely knife, but you just can't kill it.
This is not tabletop turntable, sir.
And Chase will full on miss the plate because he was very excited about the chocolate fountain, and just I got a 10. So
Yeah.
nope.
Precious.
Perfect. Mira.
I'm gonna use magic missile again. But we're gonna aim all 3 darts over at the oinking pig. Let's see. All right. That is a 5 on the first hit.
That'll miss.
That is.
Oh, damage.
Oh no,
Oh.
it's an automatic hit.
Magic missile.
Sorry.
Yep.
It's got 5 on the
I
second
was
hit,
listening.
and then 4 on the third hit. So that is 14 total.
Perfect.
If you're one of those people who thinks you need to know all the rules to play D&D, you're wrong.
We have Google.
Yes. Rules can always be looked up.
I'll silently judge.
Arista's turn. Okay, Arista doesn't care about barbecue as much as Meg does, so she's going to pull out her aquatic spear gun again, and she's not going to move, so she can gain advantage by being motionless, and take a shot. It's not great, but does a 17 hit?
17 will hit, yes.
Great. Since she had advantage, she's going to add that sneak attack damage. That is 16 plus 4 is 20 plus 4 is 24 points of piercing damage.
How do you want to kill this mimic pig?
Probably, I guess, most like a slaughtering situation. So the spear right in the middle of the forehead. Yeah.
Perfect. It goes through, almost like ripples its skin all the way back, and it just kind of like falls into a little like gooey pile of large pig.
Arista's gonna walk up and take her spear back, and then she's gonna try to arrange it a little bit so it looks like an appetizing jello.
Give me a performance check.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast guidance.
Right,
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say I would too.
Thank you. Can I have both of them? Okay. And plus a 0. Okay, that's still only a 10.
Perfect. You gather all the goo up, and you like kind of form it into a jello, and then as soon as you do it, you're like, nice, and you let go, and it just all over the table.
Oh well.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation on it and make it look like the most beautiful jello pudding ever.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's still kind of like a round, but it definitely looks like a beautiful jello pudding.
Oh, you make it look like a gelatinous cube.
Okay, and then I just cast prestidigitation again.
Yeah, now it looks like a gelatinous cube.
Pace
Okay,
is going to
maybe-
make his way to one of the doors just to kind of see if anybody's caught wind of what's happening in here.
Absolutely. Mira, what was the end of your sentence there?
Actually, questionable. Maybe we should just turn that back, and she just kind of poops it back to the jello pudding.
Perfect. Chase, give me a perception check as you're looking
You
out.
really got to stop
this
doing
door.
these things because my perception is not good. Yeah, that's a natural one.
A natural one. You look out, the party looks great. Nothing's changed. Looks fantastic. There's people out there and you know that that's necessary for a party.
And there's music and they're having fun.
Yep.
Still a party out
they're
there.
having fun. That's not necessarily required.
They're faking it. Yeah.
It looks like a party though. There's definitely people.
I think he turns back and he's like, "Party's still out there."
Good looking.
Hey, can I come clean with y'all for just a minute?
About what?
Man,
you need a towel for that.
I always really did hate barbecue. Just gonna be honest.
Well, okay, that worked out then.
Yeah. All right. Anything else in here, or we can head back out there?
Meg's still trying to figure out if that was really a James statement to make. But Arista's
You'll never
like,
know.
Time to go.
It was in character voice. I don't talk that way, Meg. Don't give me that look.
No, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying it doesn't mean the character was speaking. I think it's time to move on to the next room. What do you guys think?
Those paintings were a little bit strange, so I'd like to go poke them.
Oh, you want to try that first? I just didn't know if we wanted to maybe save that for last, since there's most people out there.
That's a very good idea.
But maybe we should take a look as we pass from this room to the next room and see if they look different again.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, hopefully I notice.
When we're saying paintings, how big are we talking?
Various sizes.
Okay.
Plus like big ones. Plus some small ones.
On the way out of the room, Stump does grab a sandwich that does not appear to bite back.
Perfect. As you guys are walking, Mira, give me an insight check. And you grab a sandwich that doesn't appear to be biting. Please also give me an insight check.
Hey.
12.
12. Yeah, you're looking. It looks like the paintings that that you saw were a little bit different. They still look kind of different.
Okay.
But you can't tell if any of the other ones have changed.
Okay, I'm gonna just like very subtly point at the ones that look a little bit different to the rest of our party.
Is
Yeah,
there
I'll say
one
that
near where we're walking?
there's like 3 of them, just kind of like on like
Okay.
opposite sides of the walls.
Okay.
Would there be
Right.
one on the wall that we're walking from one room to the other, or is it not?
Yeah. I'll say the one right in between the banquet hall and the study where you guys are headed. You can point towards that one.
Stump got a 15 on insight.
You grab a sandwich. You're pretty sure it doesn't have teeth. You bite into it. Not spicy.
Fantastic.
So okay, we did agree to move on for now. So Arista's just going to take note of the paintings that that Mira is pointing out, and then lead the party into the study.
Perfect. So the painting is between the banquet hall and the study. There's one between the armory and the entrance hall, and then one between the unnamed room and the library.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you guys enter the study. There's a few people in here. The study is very nice. There's like a fun little like desk. It's got like a really fancy quill. It's got like wax stamps. There's a few books in here, but it's not quite the library. There's like like a very fancy like fainting couch. There's several very comfortable chairs. There's a few people that are just like sitting there. They've got their little like fans and they're just kind of chilling and vibing and having like intellectual conversations.
Mira's gonna let out a very loud yelp and then cast prestidigitation out just outside the room so that it looks like there's a little bit of smoke coming in the room, and I'm be like, everybody needs to clear the room.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
I'll give me a deception with advantage, please.
Okay. Okay. I'm good at deception. That is a solid 21.
Yes.
Perfect. And they also rolled a nat 1 against that, so they're terrified. They pack up immediately. Are you the only one standing in this room at this point, or did everyone walk in and you kind of like shut the door?
I imagine that Arista was leading the line as the sneaky one, so I would be in there for sure.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm probably at the door, kind of like ushering people out, like, yes, this way, this way.
Okay.
Don't panic. Don't panic.
Sauntered
calm. Everybody
sandwich
stay calm.
in mouth.
Perfect. Then I would love perception checks from all of you, please.
Oh no. 10.
14.
Also a 10.
23.
Everyone else is very excited that the plan has worked and everyone is leaving. Arista, you notice that in one of the ladies' like fans, as she's like running through, she's like kind of like panicking, fanning herself, and you see that it kind of opens in the center, and like a little tongue slides out, like licks the rest of the fan, and she just runs past you guys with this fan.
As she runs past, can I try to stick it with my rapier?
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick my foot out and try and trip her.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Okay, perfect. I would need both of you roll me a d20. Whoever is highest gets to go first with their action on that.
Okay.
Sorry, I got too excited. I got a 16.
Roll again, tiebreak.
I got another 16.
I got a 6.
Perfect. Okay, so you go to stab at it. Go ahead and give me it's like an opportunity attack. Yeah, just roll with normal. I won't give you disadvantage.
Excellent. Thank you. That's an 18 to hit.
That will for sure hit this mimic.
That's gonna do.
Then the lady gets tripped into the rapier. Oh no.
Into the broad side of the rapier, so it probably won't be that bad. That's gonna be 8 points of piercing damage, and the goal was to spear through the fan so that it'll stay on the sword and she can run away.
Oh, okay. So you're like trying to like cross like perpendicular.
Yeah.
Light of hands, stab it.
Perfect. Yeah. You know what? Give me an athletics check first.
Okay. Man, I'm better at those when I'm swimming. That's a 16.
Perfect. Yeah, you stab it. It like catches her off guard enough where she like steps back and you don't run into her and you just keep running. I would love the grapple check from Mira, pretty please.
Ooh.
Yes, ma'am. That's an athletics check, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh,
that's a nat 1, but guess what? I'm a halfling, so I get to re-roll that.
Oh, perfect. There you go.
Halfling luck.
19.
What'd you get?
It's an 18. 18.
18. Perfect. Excellent. So what the other two members of this party see is that Arista very seamlessly is like yoink, stabs it, keeps running, and then Mira just like trips the lady immediately afterwards. She hits the ground, looks up, and is just terrified.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Let's get you up. You're fine. Let's just get you out of the room.
Can I have my fan back? I don't understand.
I'm gonna cast press. Well, no, that doesn't work. No, I'm so sorry. You can't have your fan back, but you can leave the room quickly.
You just like usher her out.
Chase will keep insisting like this way. Here we go.
Yeah, you guys get her ushered out of the room. She's just standing outside of it, just banging on the door.
Oh, I'm at the door, and I'm like, we've got to check things out before you can go back in.
From behind Chase, you just see Stump say, "Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?"
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, perfect. Not great. Because I got -1 in that. That's 10.
Yeah, you actually can offer her an egg in this trying time.
Perfect.
She'll take it, and it actually like calms her down a little bit with like the pure confusion. And she just goes, thanks.
You know what? You're welcome. Another bite of the sandwich.
Okay. And she just like keeps walking away to go rejoin her friends. Just like, but she starts whispering to the rest of the party as you see her.
Just anytime you can offer someone an egg, it's really gonna get them off task. Hey, so what we got going on here? Why we trip that lady?
Well, she's gonna like hold her rapier up with the fan on the end
it's
of
like
it.
fully just like the fan is opening and closing, just desperately trying to get off of this sword.
Well, damn. Didn't expect that.
Eris is kind of like spinning it a little bit to keep it disoriented.
I'm not sure why, based on everything I've seen tonight, I didn't expect it, but I did not expect that.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt on the fan.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that hits, but it's a 9.
That does not hit.
Okay, it's just like little sparks come out of my hand, and it doesn't make it all the way to the fan. Oh.
Good try.
The fan just snapping open and shut on top
Are
of
we
it.
just taking turns? Because I'll throw some rocks at it. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Perfect. One of them is a natural 1, so I imagine I smack Arista right in the face with one of the rocks. Yeah, great.
Absolutely.
And the other is a
Please
15.
aim for the limbs. I can regrow those.
Is it 15 at the fan?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Awesome. So that will be 17, 18 damage against the fan.
Perfect.
Do I also actually smack Arista in the face with one of the stones?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, it'd help if I rolled in the dice tray. 7 damage to Arista's face. Oh, hi, I'm real sorry. That was not, didn't mean to do that. You know be all right there? All right, that's a pleasant look.
How much moonshine have you had tonight?
Not enough, sweetheart. Let's go. It's a party.
Chase will go, hold still, and try to swipe at it with the sword.
Oh, good. Yes.
Hopefully it's not a nat 1. It's not. It's a 2.
That'll miss.
Again, I can regrow the limbs. Just
Not
watch
moving.
The face.
Get dangerously close to the face.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt again.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it's gonna take 12 fire damage.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys just wailing on this thing for a minute. Your fireball hits it. It just starts like incinerating the like paper that this fan was kind of made of, until all the paper goes away, and the only thing left behind is just like the gooey melted strands that like were the little spokes in the fan. And it just totally falls onto the ground.
Arista's gonna wipe her rapier on her skirt.
Nice.
Transferring the mimic juice from your sword to your skirt.
Are there other fans in the room?
Give me a perception check.
I'm not good at these.
You're very good at these.
Natural one. I'm terrible at these.
Everything in this room might be a fan, actually.
All right, so going with that,
question the definition of a fan.
I will yes Andrew, and I will grab a stack of papers from the desk that somehow look like a fan to me, and I will walk out to the lady in the room and say, "Here's your fan back," and it is not a fan.
You just hand her a stack of papers. She holds them and just hands them back to you.
Okay, I thought you want. Okay, all right.
I don't want these.
All right, I'll go back in the room.
This is why we gave her the egg.
I would like to investigate the room, and especially because Arista is very small and because she's already taken too much damage for her liking, she's gonna like just kind of sort of drag her rapier tip along the rest of the room.
Totally. Yeah, you spend the next couple of minutes just like touching everything. It's very meticulous. You're making sure everything has been touched. Nothing sticks to your rapier. Looks like this room is pretty much untouched by the mimics.
Well, good.
All right, Chase says, "Hey, hang on," and he's gonna walk back out the door and swipe the painting and bring it back in the room.
Yeah, can you give me a stealth check?
Nope. I don't want to do that. All right, it's a
I'll
plus
cast
0.
guidance on you.
Plus 0 at disadvantage.
I cast guidance.
Wait, you know what? Here, just for you, because I haven't used a spell slot. Pass without trace.
Hey!
There you go.
Beautiful.
All right, so
That gives you advantage, right? So it
Can you
would
remind
the
us
things.
what that does, James?
You get a plus 10 to stealth checks.
okay, so at disadvantage I rolled an 8 plus 0 plus guidance of 4
Yes.
plus 10, so 22.
Woo!
Yeah,
Hey, all right.
Teamwork.
You walk out. It actually looks like there's a bit of a commotion happening in the middle of this ballroom where this lady kind of just has a group of people and she's like pointing to you guys kind of, but more like in an exaggerated way. She's not directing attention. She still wants to be the center of focus, but she's like basically explaining what's happened in there. And during that, you just walk out right off the wall and then you come back inside.
Just very unassuming, just like, and here we go.
Yep. Can I get a strength save from you, please?
Yep.
Do I see any fans in the room?
All right, I'm not rolling this dice anymore. It's another natural
Give me an
one.
investigation check.
Another natural one?
You got a nat one.
Another one.
That's a
Excellent.
13.
You don't see any fans in this room.
Damn it. Okay.
It just seems like there's not any in there. You do a pretty thorough search, and there's just no fans. You walk into this with this painting, and you go to put it down, and you cannot. And the mimic's gonna try to bite you. Does a 21 hit you?
It does. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You're gonna take 11 points of piercing damage. Ah,
And here comes the
my bad.
damage.
And 7 points of acid damage.
Ouch!
And because of your nat one, it does have an extra attack on you now, which is going to be an 8 to hit, which I assume does not.
Does not hit.
Misses on its second attack. Perfect.
This one bites too.
Hey, Chase, I think we agreed upon payment for this job. I didn't think we were allowed to take the artwork with us.
Unless it bites.
I don't think this is art. And since it is already touching me, I will cast Inflict Wounds.
Yes.
That's a wisdom save?
It says roll.
It's an attack. It's a spell attack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Yep, 21 to hit.
That'll hit. That'll do it.
Yeah, so this is 3d10.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
So now I have to find d10s.
while he does that, can I fangirl for a second about the narrative reason you put in for him having such success? That was great. I love that. Yeah, this lady's telling a story about you guys and totally distracting everyone for you.
18 points of damage.
18, nice. It screams, a little mimic scream.
I think my inflict wounds is just like squeezing it extra hard.
It's not even magic, it's just like, ah!
The frame starts to bend.
I'll get initiative rolls from you guys pretty quickly here.
Why is this a pattern? I got an 11. All of my worst rolls have been the initiative rolls. I don't know why.
It could be worse. All of your best rolls could be initiative because
That's
I got
true.
21.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
All
I got an 8.
Go first and then suck.
What did you get, Stump?
21.
21. Perfect. Well, you get to go first.
Yep, and fail. Okay. Once again, Stump will be like,
autobiographically just then.
ouch. I'll remember this.
I didn't realize is what I'm saying.
Stump. Oh, with the okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about failing, and I was like, wow.
No, because you had just talked about the plus. Yeah.
Stump is gonna once again say, "Hey, man, how about I'll just toss some rocks at it. That seems to work."
Just like hold it up like a target.
Yeah,
Here.
like a target. Hey, hold that up like a target for me. Sling these here rocks at it. Oh, nice. Okay, so the first one is going to be a 18 to hit. Excuse me. The second one is a natural 20.
Ooh, excellent. So definitely will hit.
It's big pebble damage time.
Get it.
All right, so let's do the first one first because I did not pull out enough dice for this. Nice. A 6 plus 10, that's 16. Plus 3 is 19. Now the crit. 2 1s. That is 5. So that's 24 damage, and then he will also send his swarm at them for another 2, so 26 damage.
Yeah, on your second attack, right?
Total is 26.
Oh, I thought you said you had 35 the first time.
No, across all attacks, 26.
Okay, 8, 26. Okay,
no.
Perfect.
My crit,
I should be like, dang.
No, the crit was a 1 on both dice, so.
Perfect. Yeah, you throw those rocks, and they just poke holes through this painting. It doesn't do any damage to your friend who's stuck to it, but it definitely peppers the painting a little bit as it starts to like re-heal itself over these holes that you've made in it. Arista, this thing's looking very injured.
Great. I would love to spear it with my spear gun again.
Yes.
Well, I mean, not this one again. I just mean using it again. So I'm also, it's still, I'm assuming that it's in range and all of that because none of these rooms are very big. So I'm going to try to use my motionless thing again to get advantage, and that's going to be a 20.
You'd have advantage either way if it changes anything because it is currently being held by your friend.
It's very engaged.
Oh, okay, great. Yes. Right, of course. So yeah, I'll run up behind then with my rapier and just try to stab through to make sure that I have a better chance of not hitting my friend. So that's going to be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit for sure.
Okay, so we're going to do 1d8 plus my sneak attack damage plus 4. 12, 13, 18, 22 points of piercing damage.
How would you like to kill this painting?
It's a portrait, right? So what I'm gonna do is attack from an angle where I can poke at the face right underneath Chase's arm, and then just spear it directly through the face of the portrait.
Perfect. So
it goes.
rapier misses Chase. Chase, it's still sticky, but like it's not attempting to hold you anymore, so you can kind of like get your hands off of it.
Is like the entire thing melting now, or is
Yeah.
it just the painting part, or like the frame and everything?
The whole thing's just
Okay.
melting.
So there's no putting this back.
No.
Well, the real one's got to be around here somewhere, right? But also, I'm a fear that probably the books I put in earlier look like that now.
Yep.
Gross.
And the second loot.
We can let Wally figure out where the real stuff is.
So we keep going.
I mean, that's a great point. I unless somebody's gonna notice that the painting is missing. We could
Chase very confidently says, "I think I solved the fan lady. We're good there."
We could always start circulating a rumor as well that the house is under renovations. So not to be surprised if things disappear or move around.
Yeah, people definitely do renovations in the middle of a party. Been my experience. That's right.
Well, having a noble background myself, I've found that if you say anything with enough confidence, people seem to accept it as truth. They would rather talk about it later behind your back than bring it up at the time. Just saying.
Well, look, we were brought here to kill mimics, so I'm not super concerned about whether or not people think pictures are missing. Let's go kill some more.
We weren't supposed to let anybody know, and I'm not sure that we're gonna get our second half of payment if the guests start to become suspicious.
Well, maybe we could just let the mimics loose on them, see what happens.
That is factually
not
accurate. I'm not sure why we would, but it is factually correct.
I have an idea.
Very best kind of correct. Go ahead, Mira. Tell us.
Mira's gonna just walk up to the door and slide it open and stick her hand out. And she's gonna cast prestidigitation on the mirror in the middle of the room. And it's gonna suddenly shine a bright light. And then smell very much like honey wine.
Yeah, absolutely. You do that. Every single person in the room like gasps and turns. You see your host for the first time today, Lord Arvin, walks to the center of the room and he goes, "Perhaps the lore is true. Maybe the souls are here to come out of the other side of the mirror of lost souls." And everybody turns around and starts just like gathering around this mirror.
I can do a third effect on the mirror with prestidigitation. So when they all go and all of their attention is on the mirror, I'm just going to have it go, oh, and just start humming. And then I look over at Arista and I go get it. Go get it.
Okay. I'm going to go get it.
While that's happening, I'll also use thaumaturgy to kind of shake the stage a little bit too.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
And I will cast Fog Cloud as though like there's a smoke machine in the room.
Yes. Absolutely.
Teamwork.
The stage starts shaking where the bard is. She immediately drops the loot that she's holding and starts to just like run towards the crowd, who is now just like oohing and awing over this. And centered from the mirror comes out this massive bit of smoke. Lord Arvin starts freaking out. He's like, the souls are coming back. We weren't prepared. Do we have enough food for ghosts? What do ghosts see? And immediately all the nobles are all together being like, other souls? And they're all like, they're to give the souls a nice warm welcome when they appear.
I think this is our chance.
Yes. So I'm assuming that I'm after the closest one, since we're coming out of the study, the one between the armory and the entrance hall. That's the thought. Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm headed to this this area right here that I just pinged to grab that painting.
Perfect. You make your way over there. You don't have to roll any stealth or anything. Everyone's already paying attention over there.
Sweet.
Excuse me. So yeah, you just run right past it. Give me a perception check when you pass the armory.
Ooh, not bad. That is a +4, making that a 19.
Perfect. You just kind of like get a little glance into it. There's nobody in the armory. And you can kind of assume that everyone has come out of every room and just started like approaching the mirror, like this is the big event for the evening. So if you would like to move your party, you recognize that this would be a safe time to do so, to be closer to the other mirrors, but you absolutely do not have to.
Absolutely. I'm going to just kind of look over to my party as they're creating those distractions and go like this, and then sidestep right into the armory. And as soon as I get in there, I'm gonna trust that my party are gonna follow me, and I'm gonna bring down the painting on my knee.
Perfect. Give me a strength save really fast to be adhered to this thing, and then.
Does a 15?
A 15, you are not adhered to this thing, so you are free to break it as well as you would like to. I'm going to say you're breaking it over your knee.
The canvas specifically, like the middle of the canvas, where I don't know if it makes it any weaker on a mimic, but where it would be the weakest as a painting.
Totally. I'm gonna have you roll me actually a strength check instead of an attack roll. Okay. But you can add your proficiency to it.
Oh, okay. My 20 is a unicorn. This is the first time I've ever rolled a unicorn on this dice. So that's a nat 20. My strength modifier is technically a -1, but then my proficiency is a +3. So it's a 22 total and a nat 20 on the die.
That's a nat 20. You know what? I'll say with our creativity and sneaking up on it and everything, I'll give you, just roll your sneak attack 4 times.
Okay.
Instead of rolling any damage.
Whoa.
I love that. Okay, that is 15 for number 1. Another 10, another 14, so that's 29. 2, 30, 41, 3, and 51. Total.
Perfect. Yeah, you break essentially the mimic's spine on your knee.
Oh my god!
Just immediately is a perfect rogue move, being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk out. I'm letting my party know where we're going. I'm taking the item and I'm breaking it." You do this very seamlessly. You're pro. Just kill the mimic straight out, and your party enters immediately after.
I walk in, sword drawn, like. Ah!
And I've got my hands outstretched with my quarterstaff.
I've got a handful of rocks.
I was gonna toss the pieces like to either side, like a total badass in slow motion, and be like, "Got one."
Chase is gonna say, "So it's just a regular painting."
No?
Yeah. That. Whoa.
I can't believe you just destroyed a piece of artwork like that. That's uncalled for.
I pointed out which one to grab, didn't I?
Arista's now going to ignore the rest of the party and start investigating the armory.
I give me an investigation check.
Chase is just in awe of an armory. He's just like, whoa.
That's a 15.
You don't think they're gonna bill us for that piece of artwork, do you? They can come out of our loot.
Yeah, I want the whole paycheck.
Yes.
Has it started devolving into goo yet? Because I'm just gonna wait for them to catch up.
We'll take it out of Arista's share.
Do you just throw a little bit of goo at all of us?
Yes, in fact, I'm actually gonna pick it up and go like this in your direction.
Oh, I can't believe you turned that painting into a mimic, Arista. What's wrong with you?
Hey, Stump, maybe you should have another sip of your moonshine. Everything's gonna be okay.
All right.
I don't even do magic.
Hey, we're learning new things about each other all the time.
Not yet. Hey, anyway. When I get a few more bard levels, I might start dabbling, but...
You guys start looking around this armory. Chase, you're in all. This whole area is like shiny new weapons. just like new swords, new shields, like maces. It's got everything, but every single one of them has like a little plaque from where they came from. What heroic knight wielded this weapon, which is very interesting, some cool lore and history behind it. Famous paladins, famous fighters, all that stuff. But with your 15 Arista, as you're looking around, you see that in the back of this room, there is what looks to be like a sword holder, but there's no sword in it.
Was anybody carrying a sword out in the party?
Ooh.
That's concerning.
I mean, I have one.
But did it used to be
Is
here?
it sticky?
That's a better question.
I don't think so.
Hey, you know what? I haven't seen a mimic. Mimic is rocks.
Are any of them sticky?
Can I
No.
poke? Can I poke
Not from
at
mimic
the
style sticky at least.
holder with my rapier just to check?
Yeah, you poke at it. It makes like a metal clanging noise.
Okay. All right, I think we should keep our eyes out for a sword that doesn't belong.
So by my count, we need a lute, a sword, and another painting.
Yes. So far. There's also the room that we don't know what it is that we haven't been in yet. There might be more mimics in there too. Also, I guess technically we should
painting
check
first.
the entrance hall. Nothing else of note in the armory. Just the missing sword. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Shall we press onward? Do we check the entrance hall before we go into the unmarked room just to make sure? I know we came in that way, but the paintings are different now than they used to be, so things could be different in there.
Couldn't hurt. I tell you what, you check out the entrance hall, and I'll stand just at the entrance of the entrance hall and survey for a lute and a sword.
Okay, good idea.
I'm really good at investigating.
Okay, all right. Everybody ready? Here we go.
Go. Clink, clink,
And
clink,
break.
clink, clink, clink.
Perfect. Yeah, you all walk back out there. I assume your spells are still active. They're all like the smoke is definitely filling the room at this point. And it's kind of obscuring people's visions, which is only kind of adding to like the fun vibe that's happening. Everyone kind of feels like this is part of the show. Lord Arvin looks actually like he's really like excited about it. Like he's like getting real amped. And you see also actually I won't tell you that yet. Yeah.
Really quick, while we're walking through the room, I'm gonna cast dancing lights and have orbs of light just kind of start coming out of the mirror towards people.
Oh, perfect. People are freaking out. They think that their spirits or like some sort of like soul is coming towards them. They're like trying to duck to like get around them. A few of them are like giving them nice little curtsies and like nods and bows and just being like, "Welcome to the party, sir, ma'am." Just try to be very polite about welcoming them. You guys,
they'd be playing Sandstorm.
So the three of you walk into the entrance hall, right? Chase is in the... Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm like
Chase,
in the entrance. Yeah.
Give me a investigation check to find those three items. You three, you walk into the entrance hall, and it is the same as you left it out beforehand as well. You don't notice anything different, but it's just an entrance hall.
Since I didn't before, I'd still like to run my rapier around everything just in case.
Yeah, for sure. Give me an investigation check, and then what did you get for your thing? Chase.
I got a 10.
Perfect. You don't see the loot. You know that the painting's in the same place. It was pointed out to you before. You kind of can glance over to it really quickly, and it does look the same. And you see that Wally actually has a very nice new shiny sword hilted on his back as he's walking around this party.
And where is Wally in the room?
kind of like he's closer to the mirror. It looks like he is like interested in the mirror. Give me an insight check looking at him. What did you get for your investigation?
I got an 18.
Perfect. You do a very thorough job touching everything. Nothing's sticking.
Great.
Safety spot.
I got a 20 on my insight for Wally.
20 on your insight. You're looking at this guy, and as far as you've known, he's just been kind of like gruff and like angry. He's seeing all this happen to the mirror, and he's looking actually kind of like concerned. This is like not part of the plan. And he's like freaking out just a little bit, but like trying to keep it internal.
All right, you may not be able to answer this, and that's fine. Not part of the plan, like something else wrong was supposed to happen, or not part of the plan, like the mirror was just supposed to be a shiny object in the room?
It's hard to tell.
Okay. So let's say, if you'll allow it, I will go near Wally, who's near the mirror, and I will kind of touch the leg of the mirror and cast light on the mirror so it starts glowing.
Yeah.
And turn to Wally, who is hopefully now even in more awe, and say, "Can I check your sword real quick? We had a question about something."
He sees you and he goes, "Well, you can ask a question without taking my sword."
Can I look at it?
From a distance.
From a distance. Okay.
Oh.
That starts playing in the room now.
Yes.
Okay, I think I say, "All right, Wally," and I just pat him on the back to see if I stick to the sword.
You do not stick to the sword.
Very cool. And then I'll just kind of walk off.
Sounds good. The other three of you, this room has been deemed safe. There's no mimics in here.
Great.
I'm gonna head around back toward the ballroom and around the corner to the unmarked room.
Yeah, you go to open it, it's fully locked.
I have a spell for that.
Okay.
You say it to a rogue?
I was gonna say it sounds like it's time for thieves' tools, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Fight.
I'm gonna cast knock on the door.
Oh.
Let me Google knock really fast. Because I think
is knock loud?
No, because it does arcane lock, right? It opens that.
If you choose a target that is held shut with arcane lock, that spell is suppressed for 10 minutes.
Perfect. Yeah, so a super loud knock emits from you. You can hear it from 300 feet away. It's incredibly loud, and everybody immediately turns to stare at you.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation so another knock appears on the other side of the room.
For sure, yeah, you cast another knock. The party goers, they immediately all like turn and they're like, "The ghosts, the spirits, they have things to tell us." And they start running just like kind of crazy around the room, like chasing the orbs, trying to be like, "What is your wisdom?" And Wally is making a full beeline towards all four of you. He walks up to you all and is like, "I feel like that room probably doesn't have any mimics in it, right?"
Is the door unlocked at this point?
It is unlocked, yeah.
I'm just gonna go into the room.
Yeah, you just open the door and walk in.
I'll stand in front of Wally.
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah, you walk into this room. You see Wally sitting in the corner of this room. He's like fully like just like eating like a tiny little sandwich. He looks like he's been beat up. He's got like his pajamas on. And he looks up at you guys and he's just like, "Should you come to rescue me or like what?"
I'm gonna immediately cast hold. I'm gonna cast hold person on the Wally outside the room.
And I'm gonna turn around and stab with my rapier.
Perfect. Awesome. Does hold person work on monstrosities?
Oh god. No, it's just a humanoid because that needs hold monster.
Perfect. You go to cast hold person on him, and your spell, it fires, but it just like flickers out. He gives you like a little smile, and he's like, "Whoops." And he just starts charging you into this room. But I'll get Oh, actually, and it's the first round of combat.
Is he gonna charge straight into my rapier then? That'd be great.
Yes, he will charge straight into your rapier. So that is 2, 5, 7. 5 is 7 plus 5? 13?
Well,
Right? 12.
Wait, 12. Yeah.
Perfect. So he's gonna deal 12 damage. Oh, actually no, he won't do that yet. He's gonna hit you first, actually. He's gonna try to slam you. It's a dirty 20, which I assume will hit whoever was standing in front of him.
Oh.
20 hits.
Okay, perfect. So it's gonna be 20 for you. He's gonna deal an additional 12 points of damage, on top of slamming you with 5 plus 4, 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Your rapier is already out, ready to go. So I will let you roll an attack on him, and then I'll get initiative from everybody.
And because he just slammed my friend Chase here, I have an ally within 5 feet, yeah?
You would get sneak attack.
Sweet.
Sneak away.
That's a 23 to hit.
Perfect. That'll hit for sure.
I don't really do anything else except my weapons, so they all gotta be pretty good, pretty accurate. 3 plus 12 is 15, plus 4 is 19 points of piercing damage.
Excellent. Awesome. Okay, so he will take that full 19, and then initiative from everybody.
20.
20. All right.
Every time.
I know.
9.
9.
13.
13. 7.
You can't
Perfect.
make this shit up. That is the lowest roll I've had all night. That's a 3, other than a crit nat 1 that I got to ignore because I had advantage.
Perfect. Stump, you get to go first.
Hey, we fighting Wally? Is that what's happening now?
This isn't
That
Wally.
What?
Fighting not Wally.
Huh?
Not the
All
one
right.
eating.
Okay, I'll just throw rocks at him. I can't do math. 15.
That'll hit. Yeah.
And so then the 20 would also hit. Okay, cool. That is 11 plus 6 is 17 plus the swarm is another 1, and I will identify Wally as Stump's favored foe. So he's marked.
Perfect.
And he's going to take another D4 at this point. That's another 3. So I think that was 20 damage total.
Sweet. Excellent. You immediately do all of that, Mira.
Mira is immediately going to cast, let's see. I'm going to cast Shatter.
Excellent.
That's one of my
At a level
favorites.
2. And that's going to be a Constitution save with a DC of 14.
You got a base 18, con is plus 2, so dirty 20. Well, this will take half, I believe.
Yep, it'll take half. All right. Let me see how many D8s I have available to me right now. So 7 points
Perfect.
of damage.
Awesome. Any bonus actions?
Not right now.
Awesome. Chase.
All right, so Chase just got run over by this dude, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be like, nobody runs me over. And I'm going to turn and just swipe as hard as possible at this dude.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Basically. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Chase
All right.
smash.
So I will not only do my normal 2d6, I will also Divine Smite. At second level, which means I get 3 of them unless he's undead.
He's not undead.
Dang it. Could he be undead just for like right now?
If you kill him, bring him back to
All right,
life.
no reason. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so here we go. So weapon damage is 7 plus 3, so 10 plus 16 divine smite.
So 26.
Yes.
Perfect. Immediately divine smited. He looks real mad.
Yeah, I'm not pumped either. So I'm just
End of your turn?
full stare down.
It's the end of your turn?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, he is going to attempt to slam you again. With his fists. Does a 10 hit you?
No.
How about a 17?
No.
He misses both times.
Damn
just
paladins.
like swinging wildly, bouncing off of your armor.
I think now that I know what's happening and I've been trucked, I'm like, no, we're not going to play that game.
All right, Arista.
Oh, I'm so engaged in this resurgence of power from our paladin. I will I'm gonna use my aquatic spear gun one more time, because why not? So wherever I am, I'm just gonna aim, stay motionless so I can get advantage on the roll. Neither of those were very good, but my spear gun has a plus 10, so that's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I know.
Who
Trust
do you think
me,
you
I
are?
know.
Me?
And since I had advantage, I'm going to get to add my sneak attack as well. So that's going to be 11, 12, 13, 19 plus 4, 23 points of piercing damage.
Perfect.
It's like the only damage machine I've ever built, so let me have this.
You
It's
just
working for
fully
you.
fire into it.
Yep.
Right next to it. Back up to the top of initiative stump.
All right, more rocks. Let's go. Let's do the first one with sharpshooter. Why not? That's an at one. Perfect.
Ouch.
Perfect. Let's see.
I
There's
wish I
only
could
2
share my luck.
allies that are close to you. So odds or evens between Arista and Chase, please.
Odds.
For which one?
Okay, say odds Arista.
Perfect. We got a 4. Please roll your damage on Chase.
Sorry,
Okay.
Chase.
And that's with sharpshooter, unfortunately.
This could be bad.
So that's 19 damage. It's a hell of a devil.
Chase, after holding his own against this guy, turns around like, get him, and gets clocked right in the head and drops.
Oh, and
Hey man, I'm real sorry about that. That wasn't let's try that again.
You get no response.
This time it is a 20 to hit.
Perfect. That'll hit. Yeah.
Yay.
Healer down, guys.
That is 5, 7, 17 plus the swarm, 22 damage.
22. Perfect.
Dumbest character I've ever met.
Dude, he's looking very, very sad. He kind of looks up at all of you on like almost like a last breath kind of effort. Seeing somebody go down and realizing that he didn't even do it. And he just looks at you guys and like kind of starts like he can't really back away from anyone. But he just starts like putting up his fist just a little bit to be like, all right. It's gonna go to Mira's turn.
get him.
All right. Amira's gonna run up close to him, and he has a closed door behind him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Yeah, you are.
All right.
That's a cone of effect, right?
A 15-foot cone, yeah, going out, yeah. Let's see. That is a dexterity saving throw. DC 14.
How's a base 5 plus 4? So 9?
9. Okay. He's gonna take 12 points of fire damage.
Yeah. Mira, you how do you want to kill this guy?
Haha! Mira's just gonna walk up to him very innocently and just go, and then just kind of hold out her hands like this, and you're just gonna see a cone of fire come out and just burn him to a crisp, and it just ashes to the ground.
As he starts to burn, the disguise that he has put on of being Wally disintegrates, and you are left with the charred remains of a doppelganger laying on this floor, as you've also charred the back of the door.
Oops.
The real Wally looks at you guys, and is still kind of eating a finger sandwich, and he's like, "Hey man, thanks. I really appreciate that."
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Is he tied up in any way?
Yeah. He's just like only got his hands out. He's just like eating casually from his palms.
I'll be honest, that their fire spell looks a lot easier than throwing rocks at people. They'll learn a thing or two.
Don't worry. You can always learn from books, and I've got plenty of those.
All right, let's do. Wait, books? You say books?
Yeah.
Damn. My one true weakness. Hey, is Chase all right over there? He really took one to the face. Is he gonna be okay?
Chase, can I get a death saving throw, please?
Just rolled a 2.
Oh my gosh.
A 2. That's one fail.
I don't have anything for healing, guys.
I don't either.
Well, we're
Well,
in
it's just like,
trouble.
what if you untie me?
Oh yeah, I could definitely do that.
Are there any health potions around anywhere?
And I can talk to animals. I think that might help.
Am I able to just lean down and stabilize him?
Yeah, for sure. Roll me a
Okay.
medicine check.
Okay.
So DC 10. Pretty easy.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, perfect. You get him up with 1 hit point.
Amazing.
Cool. So maybe we let him stay here and rest while we go take care of that painting. We'll come back.
Chase like gets up and he's like, "Gosh, that rock that guy threw was crazy."
Oh, it's dented.
Yeah, it's like not sure where the rock came from. He brushes himself off and uses the last 5 of the lay on hands that he has. So I'm up to 6. Hang on, I have things.
Hey man, you all right?
I have healing hands, which is another 5. Gets me to 11. And then I will cast let's see, what was the one? What was the healing one I did? Healing word. Okay. I'm not amazing, but I'm not dead. He's definitely like not full, like there, like got clocked pretty hard. I got tackled and then my bell rung with a rock. We still have a painting. We still have a painting and a lute and whatever the hell's happening out there now.
Probably a sword. I don't know. Did the sword also? I mean, it didn't stick to your hand. Did it melt with? No. Maybe Arista's probably gonna pick that up and take it back to the armory.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, you can walk all the way back in. You kind of set it back on the thing. As you do, the metal holders kind of click down a little bit. And a little, like, secret door opens up behind it, revealing a pathway.
Oh my gosh, I love secret doors. Okay, guys, this is secret door.
Secret tunnel.
Arista starts like running through this secret tunnel, and as Chase is like healing himself in this room where like Wally is, you see Arista like burst in through a secret door into the other side of the room.
Oh, okay.
What?
How did I do that?
You were just at what? How hard did I get hit?
So,
well, I mean,
did I get hit in the head?
Pretty hard. Hey, did you come from the conservatory? You carrying a lead pipe?
I'm not sure.
It's from the ball
Wrong
in the
game.
billiard room.
I came through there, which was originally from over there,
Hey, check her for rope or a candlestick. I'm real concerned here.
I'm more worried about a loot and a painting right now.
Yeah, let's go get that painting.
I didn't
All right,
see
fair
any
enough.
of those. But I found a really cool secret door.
Mira's gonna run out into the ballroom, grab the painting, and then run back.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a strength save as you are grabbing this thing.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
Glad
no.
it's you, not me.
Oh no, that was a 7.
Oh no!
You're fully stuck to this painting as well. As you run it into the room, does a 12 hit you?
It just hits me.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Gonna bite into you. It's gonna do 5 points of piercing damage and 4 points of acid damage.
Oh no.
It'll be 9 total.
That's half my health.
Figaro has
But you
forced
made
his
it
way
back
into
into the
the
room.
room, so
Okay.
clearly he wanted to say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
No. All right, so I'm gonna run back into the room, like use my foot to close the door behind me and go, help.
Full slash at the painting.
Yeah. Yeah, roll the hit.
Nope. 10.
Okay. Yeah, that'll miss.
That'll miss.
I'm still kind of woozy. Yeah.
Maybe give yourself a moment, friend. I'll go around the back so that I can try to do the same sort of maneuver that I did with Chase earlier and go like past underneath her arm.
For sure.
To the painting with my rapier, which is going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit for sure.
Ooh, thank goodness, y'all. Not all of these have been really great rolls. I just have really choice modifiers. With
Did
these
you do it
weapons.
with advantage? Because it's very engaged.
Yeah.
Yes, advantage,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I thought that was just a reminder, not a question.
Oh. Well, that was a 4, so that didn't help. But because I had advantage, I will get to add my sneak attack. So that's 12 base points of piercing plus 12 more. So 24 piercing damage total.
Excellent. It shrieks and screams.
Well, when all you've got's a hammer, everything's a nail.
Chase
rocks
ducks
at it.
immediately.
Don't
So I
hit
do-
Mira, please.
Does that mean I also have advantage in slinging rocks at this thing right now?
Mhm.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
Let's
kind
go.
of also being grappled while it's grappling, so.
All right.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, you got it by both sides.
Sharpshooter it. That. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a 19. Second attack is a 17.
Those both hit, yeah.
Perfect. Give me a lot of damage here. 7 plus. Well, sharpshooter on both of them would be 20 plus 6 is 33, and then we'll send the swarm for another 34 damage.
How do you want to kill this guy?
Man, just what's this a painting of?
I'll say it's like a beautiful country landscape.
Oh, it breaks my heart, but see such, and then it reminds me of home so much. But just 2 rocks right through like 2 trees, such that they like rip right down the middle, and then the whole thing kind of falls apart.
Perfect. Mary, your hand's kind of sticky, but you can let it go as it's just kind of like, blech.
Ugh.
So I guess now just a harp or a lute and whatever's happening out there.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, sticky hands might be better than a rock to the head. So
I'm gonna
be
walk up
thankful.
to
You're not
Stump
kidding.
and wipe my hands on his shirt.
all right.
Wally's like, wow, that's crazy. What's happening out there, man?
That's the cleanest my shirt's been in 3 months.
How long have you been stuck in here?
Judging by the crust that I haven't eaten on these sandwiches, like 2 weeks.
So who actually hired us?
Probably whatever that was.
So,
Um,
but why? If he
Why
was,
would he hire us?
yeah.
I don't know, keep up appearances or whatever.
I mean, look at us.
Yeah,
I don't think.
The chances of us not
Wait.
doing this well would be high.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
y'all don't think that the mirror is a mimic, do you?
Well, I don't know. Chase, you touched it, didn't you?
The cast light I did.
So I guess not.
But it's real shiny right now. Actually, it's not because I went down.
It's
Oh no!
Dropped your concentration.
The show is real crappy right now. We gotta get back in there, guys.
Okay. Well, that's confusing because now I'm afraid we're not going to get paid. Should we just leave?
Is there any gold we can steal in here before we go?
I mean, everything in here is worth thousands.
Okay,
I mean,
so more than we were gonna get paid.
Yeah,
There's
probably.
still sandwiches, so
There are
you
still
know.
sandwiches.
could go grab some
No
more
one's
food.
kicked us out because
I
clearly.
think we need to solve this, guys.
Do we?
I still don't know where the loot is.
Okay.
Wait, LOOT or LUTE?
From the bard. The bard had 2 loots. One's gone.
I'm gonna pull out my lyre and just start playing.
Did
Yeah.
she
Give me
did she
a quick check.
smash it Pete Townsend style?
You said a
Can you what?
performance check?
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a nice little song. It's cheering up the room. Wallace is Wally is just kind of like in the background, just doing a little dance. It's entertainment. He's been here for 2 weeks.
Well, we've been in all the rooms. Where else should we look for the loot?
Is there another passage, Wally?
Oh, this is all the rooms. Probably if I had to make a guess, out there.
In the
That's where all the
ballroom?
people are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so maybe we split up and float?
You can float?
Maybe we split up and scan different sections of the room at the same time.
Good idea.
Okay.
Didn't we see the bard like fleeing from the stage earlier?
Just to run into the crowd to watch the mirror, right?
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
One of you made it shake.
Shaking. Yeah. I think that was Chase.
Can I get a perception check from everybody?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a nat 20.
Yay! That's
Something
good
knocked
because I
straight
only
for
rolled
that,
a
at
6.
least.
I have a +4, which
13.
makes that a 10.
14.
At a 21.
Perfect. Everyone can hear what sounds like a scream coming from the ballroom, but our dear friend Chase here recognizes it as the scream from the bard, because he was listening to our music earlier. Kind of has like a vibe for what her voice sounds like.
It is not a happy scream?
No.
All right, I'll look to everybody and be like, all right, let's go.
That's
our
our kind
cue.
of adventure.
Yeah, you fling the door open, right in front of you. The bard is up on the stage. The lute that she's playing is currently attached to her arm and is attempting to like fully chomp through her. She is just frantically like flailing, trying to get this thing off of her. Everybody is staring at this, wholeheartedly terrified. And I'll get a last round of initiatives from everybody.
I got a 9.
5. Oh no!
I got a 5 on the die.
5, 9.
I rolled a 3 plus a 2.
I don't know.
That's an 18.
Perfect.
We're staying right in line, guys. I got a 14.
14. Excellent. Yeah, I think
know our positions.
Yeah, perfect. So then it'll be dump, and then it'll be Chase, and then it'll be Mira, and then it'll be Arista. And the Mimic's gonna go first. He's going to bite down into this poor lady here. And she starts just like violently losing blood out of her arm. She looks like she's like almost hitting the deck. And then it's gonna go to Stump.
What size space does the crowd take up?
Also, kind of like scattered because they've been like chasing the orbs. But the whole room itself is gonna be about 100 by 100.
Okay,
Grand
so they would be in a bigger than like a 20 by 20 space.
Yeah. There, you could probably get a fair amount of them though, if you wanted.
No. How close are they paying attention to the lady being bit?
So much, yeah.
Would they like notice if rocks came flying in off stage and hit the loot? Would that be like something that they'd be like, what is happening?
I'm not sure that matters anymore.
We can't let them know what's happening. No. All right, that's fine. Let's just attack the loot. One will hit, one will miss, because that was a 16 for hit, I'm guessing. Will hit?
AC 12, so.
Yes. All right, so one hit.
Perfect.
5 plus 3 is 8, plus 10 is 18, plus 1 from the swarm is 19.
Excellent. 19 damage. Rocks flying in from off center. A few of the people turn to like look at you. They actually seem kind of excited because no one else is doing anything about this problem. So
can I use my free action to take the last of the 3 magic pebbles, assuming it has like a sort of a little bit of a glow, realizing there's all these other effects still going on. There's still the fog and the lights, and just start like dancing with the pebble as though it's like the techno orb.
Yeah, give me a performance check.
Great. Five.
There's no music because the instruments are trying to eat the bard.
Sure.
However, your dance moves are pretty cool. They just seem very out of place. So, everybody loves the performance.
Great. That's all I could ask for.
Perfect. Chase.
How far are we from this?
I will say about 50 feet.
Great. Chase is not the fastest because armor. But I will make my full movement towards it. And while running towards it, cast Guiding Bolt.
Perfect.
Which I believe I roll for.
Should be a spell attack.
Yes. Yep. 23 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
Hooray! All right, so that's 4d6. And I dropped one on the ground. Let's get another one. Okay. 16 points of damage.
Excellent.
And just like getting there physically as fast as possible.
Excellent. Mira.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile. But this time I'm gonna do it at a 3rd level spell slot. So I will get 5 darts instead of 3 and cast.
Perfect.
And I will all 5. Yoink.
Okay, so yell, don't miss. Oh, right.
All right, so that's a 4 plus 2, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12 plus 4, 16.
Excellent. How do you want to kill this one?
Nice.
Mira just once again, and like 5 little light darts just kind of fly across the room into the loot and causing splinters of the loot just kind of like fall to the ground in a gooey mess.
It explodes into a gooey mess all around. The bard immediately starts like trying to like grasp her wounds, and starts just like trying to provide any sort of aid. Everyone in this party is freaking out.
Arista's going to sweep onto the stage and take a very big bow.
Give me a performance check.
Okay. That's a 13. Not as good as performance. Okay. No, that's. I have to say words for that. I'll save that if I have to say words. I got a 13.
Can I help?
Yeah.
I can run up to the stage and I can go. And that was tonight's entertainment, everybody. I thank you all for joining us. And I start just clapping my hands furiously.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on your performance. You can re-roll that.
Yes! Thank goodness. That's a little better. That's a 15.
Yeah, you do this, and everyone looks really confused, but they all kind of start to like calm down a little bit. It's like
One dude starts
scary.
slow clapping.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chase will close the gap on the bard and cast Cure Wounds when they get to them.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. You fix up that almost
10
immediately.
points of healing. Yeah.
10 points of healing. You've like doubled the classic commoner's hit points. This bard
They
hops
feel
up.
great.
They're like everyone's like starting a slow clap, kind of like it's a whole thing. And she stands up and goes, "Man, I really wish that I was kind of like told that this was gonna happen, but I mean, whatever. Guess it made my performance better too." And she just like pulls out like her secondary lute from behind the stage, and just starts like playing you guys out on
I'm
the
gonna pull
stage.
my lyre out.
It was a classic John Hurt situation.
Still just dancing with the techno orb.
Everyone gives you a huge like round of applause. Are you guys ending the effects that are happening in the mirror, or are you just leaving those?
I'm just gonna leave it.
Absolutely not.
I could add one.
Yeah.
When the song gets to a climax, Chase goes, "All right," and points at the mirror and casts daylight on it, so it just illuminates the whole room in just this burst of light.
Wow. Cool trick.
The whole room lights up in a blinding light. All of the nobles start just full cheering. They're so excited and so sold that this is great. The song kind of comes to a close. The energy's still really high. The bard just starts picking up on the next song. Lord Arvin finds all four of you and walks up to a slow clap. He looks at you all and goes, "That was better than anything I would have hoped for. I thought I hired you guys to kill mimics. Did I accidentally hire entertainment?"
We did both.
Yes.
What? Man, I only paid you for one job. No worries. He like reaches into his pocket, which is like a pocket of holding, and pulls out double your payment that he owes you, and hands it out to all four of you. And he goes, "Perfect. Well, yeah, I'm assuming that it's safe now, right? The mimics are gone."
It is safe.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sure.
Well,
As
then
far
you're
as we know.
welcome to, remain entertainment. Tell us all of the secret behind the scenes of this exciting plot. There's clearly spirits around, and I'm sure they enjoyed your performance as well. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your party. And you guys can spend the rest of the night interacting with all of the nobles, having all of the snacks and the moonshine and the chocolate from the chocolate fountain that you want, having earned double your wage and succeeding in your quest.
Hell yeah, man.
Sweet.
Craft services. Let's go.
Arista will happily use her silver tongue all the rest of the night long. And so whatever, even though I'm sure that the jovial situation we find ourselves in is not going to require much effort on her part, it will allow her to make any future performance checks at no less than a D10, as a 10 on the die.
Perfect.
Just gonna throw that out.
Everybody loved everyone loves you. It's a perfect party. And you guys wrap up making friends with several nobles. But that is the end of everything that I had planned for all of it. You guys successfully did it.
Guys, I thought Chase was done.
I'm so glad that other people were able to get you stable, because I had
Did you ever
nothing.
It was
think-
that nat 20 got me up.
Did you ever think a paladin would be undone by a flying pebble?
It's always the weird stuff. I did a 3-year campaign, and the only time my paladin went down was a rug that was animated and a table that was animated and drowning. He fought like Tiamat and was fine, but like furniture.
Furniture's
man.
what does you in.
Every time.
Every
Oh,
time.
he carried around a chisel to stab things just out of paranoia.
Busting that.
This was awesome.
Busting
This
that
was so much
painting
fun.
so thoroughly is now the
You crushed that
second
painting.
coolest thing that Arista has ever done. The
I think my
first
favorite
being
was all
finding a
of the
lever to pull that
presentation.
decapitated a Mosasaur.
Ooh. Yeah, giving her a bunch of crap when we walked in the room was great.
I don't think I've ever had. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just
I
gonna
don't
say,
think
hope
I've.
everyone had fun.
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't think I've ever had so much fun with prestidigitation before.
There you
That was
go.
great.
Yeah.
Fun spell.
We had to distract.
Thank you so much, Sunfyre, for running this adventure for us. Thank you, Chris and Evan, for being here. Again, they are from TTRPG Swag and Treehouse Mimic. You can find everybody on TikTok and Instagram, and you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Grimstone Gaming. Instagram is grimstone.gaming. If you want to shoot us a line a little bit longer, you can shoot us an email at grimstonegaminggroup@gmail.com. We do also have a Patreon available if you prefer to follow that rather than the YouTube. All of the public videos get posted there, as well as some extra behind the scenes content. This has been Once Upon a One Shot. Please join us in a couple weeks on September 14th for our September edition of Once Upon a One Shot, where we will be playing Alien RPG with Dragon X. And then again in October, we're going to be playing Kids on Bikes with Erica Phillips. So we're looking forward to that. Join us this upcoming Tuesday for Tabletop Turntable, our penultimate episode of Track 1. And then we're going to head into a couple of episodes of Delta Green for Track 2. So don't miss it. And then September 11th on Level Up, we have Dungeons Not Dating coming to talk about their new app that can help you find your perfect party members. So lots of cool stuff happening on the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And got anything else? Want to throw out any other handles or anything before we close out?
That was awesome. We had so much fun. Sunfyre, well done.
Yes.
Amazing job. That was so much fun.
I hope if our audience takes nothing else away, it is that it is never too late and you never have too little information to get started with live streaming. If you want to participate in Once Upon a One Shot, I'll throw our Discord server invite in the description of the video. Add to the Discord community, find the Once Upon a One Shot channel. You can submit a call to adventure if you're interested in game mastering with us, or you can assign yourself the one-shot role so you'll get pinged for the open call for players. Thanks everybody so much for being here. James, did I miss anything?
No.
Okay, great. Then we will see you guys on our next stream. Thank you so much for being here, and never stop playing. Good night.
Bye.